so high but swinging so low, trying to catch fire but feeling so cold, holding inside and hope it won't show. I'm saying it's not, but inside I know today's gonna be the day you notice, cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is. This is what you asked for, heavy is the crowd, fire in the sunrise, ashes raining down, try to hold it in but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for, heavy is the crowd. Turn to run, now look what it's become. Outnumbered 10 to 1, back then should've bit your tongue, cause there's no turning back. This path once it's begun, you're already on that list. Say you don't want what you can't resist, waving that sword when the pen won't miss. Watch it all falling apart like this. This is what you asked for, heavy is the crowd, fire in the sunrise, ashes raining down, try to hold it in but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for, heavy is the crowd. Today's gonna be the day you notice, cause I'm tired of explaining what the joke is. This is what you asked for. This is what you asked for. This is what you asked for, heavy is the crowd, fire in the sunrise, ashes raining down, try to hold it in but it keeps bleeding out. This is what you asked for, heavy is the crowd.
They start.
Heavy is the crowd.
Hi guys.
Heavy is the crowd.
All right, we'll get started shortly.
Tomorrow is a hope, never a promise.
Gripping with my cold hands, the shapes I used to take, hollow like a strong man, but it's easier to push away, 'cause it could all end here, where the stakes stay like guarded eyes, and my shadow is stretching out through all the things I left behind.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to game number 2 of the Albertus League of Legends season. Today we'll be facing an old rival in Alexandria Technical, one of the matches that AMC had in their playoff run last semester. Welcome guys for another game, and I'm joined with Jermaine here as my co-host for this stream. Say hello, Jermaine.
Hello, everybody. What's going on in chat?
Yeah, and it seems like we're gonna get right hot and heavy straight into it. Honestly, we're gonna be doing picks and bans early on here, and we're gonna be starting with the picks and bans are gonna be Lulu, Blitzcrank, and Nico on the side for Alexandria, with their first pick being Vi, and then Albertus is gonna be picking Warwick with their bans being Sivir, Vayne, and Renata Glassic.
Yeah, a lot of talk in the Albertus camp about banning that Renata tonight. So we'll see if the ban actually translates to that second game as well. If the ATCC support
Yeah, and if
It's
it's
someone alternate.
that is very true. And hey, I think based off of their previous experience playing these guys, they played these guys twice last semester. And in the middle of what me speaking, Albertus is gonna pick up Jin here, which is very interesting. We haven't seen them play Jin just yet. Maybe one time at least last semester, but other than that, this is still a new character on the roster that we're gonna be seeing. Um, but last time Alexandria played AMC, that Renata was actually really annoying to deal with, doing like a decent, like second most damage for Alexandria last time. So them getting rid of that is gonna be a great thing early on here.
Yeah, and don't forget to note a lot, well, not any, a lot of the damage, some of the damage that Renata will do is based off of her ult, making the enemy team do damage to each other.
Yep, and also it looks like the next thing we're gonna have is the next two picks for Alexandria, which is gonna be Leona and Katarina.
Yeah, and
And
again, just what you said earlier, piggybacking off of that, these teams know each other. You could tell by Alexandria's ban. Lulu and Blitzcrank strictly focusing the support here for Albertus, and then Nico, we saw it last week, go off. So they do not want to see any of Albertus's shining stars in this game.
yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it. AMC's next pick is gonna be a Velroz with their band gonna be Gangplank. These it seems like both teams are doing a lot of research into each other. It looks like they're target banning anybody's main character and possibly even their backup.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna get the Albertus B team here at all of their backups. We're gonna see no Ornn, no Nico, no Blitzcrank, or Lulu. So it's digging deep into the bag here. And no Timo! No way! I know Kaiju was excited to possibly debut that today.
Me personally, I'm very upset. I would have loved to see Teemo top lane in this matchup, but unfortunately, I will not be getting it. And our next pick for AMC, they're going to be banning Misfortune, and their pickup is going to be Lysandra.
Yeah, we know Lysandra as Demigod's backup for last year. I believe we have a graphic about that in the player to watch. We can look at his Demigod's kind of comparison or the chart where it shows, what he picked. I believe it was a ton of Nico, some Lysandra, and there was somebody else in there that I cannot remember right now.
Yeah, and as you can see, I put it up on screen for everybody. Last season or last semester, we had Demigod pick up Lysandra 3 times, and it was Talia who was the other character that
Yep.
we got to see. But as you can see, he did play Nico a lot last semester, so seeing that Nico getting banned here is definitely going to be possibly a tough thing to deal with here. And we're gonna go right back into the picks and bans so far with AMC. We're gonna see Alexandra pick up Twitch and Urgot. Surprising to see that AMC is not gonna be able to touch Twitch in this match, unless you can mirror it. I'm not sure about that, but
Yeah, no Twitch for him. They're gonna. So I believe this is a Reaper Warwick and Elf George Jin. Oh, we forgot to mention Elf George off the injury report, officially active for today's game. No more illness bugging him down. He's actually in room today. We'll go. I assume this is a Velka support, and then a Briar on Kaiju, and Lissandra obviously on Demigod, as we spoke about earlier.
hey, and it looks like someone in the chat's already ready for this beef and this blood match that's gonna happen. Saying Alexandria Technical over the AMC Falcons here.
Yeah, this rivalry runs deep. These guys have played each other a ton.
Yeah, pretty much 4 matches or 4 to 5 matches in total now, and this is just gonna be insane. It looks like everything is just gonna be ready to go. We're already into the private match, and hey, it looks like they're ready to just get this right off to the races, man.
Yeah, I will say that's very opposite of what our Call of Duty teams experienced last week.
Hey, but based on the knowledge, I'm pretty sure it's a COD issue. Maybe Riot Games just cares so much about their game, man.
Riot Games anti-cheat is actually pretty kernel.
It
Can't
is.
can't get anything past that thing.
Yeah, yeah, they do. All right, but yeah, so we're just gonna be re-going in through the picks and the bands as they get ready for the private match to finally load up. But in the meantime, let's talk about what's on the schedule for AMC coming up. We have Call of Duty that's also gonna be this Thursday, where we're gonna see Team White take on Southern Arkansas, and we're gonna see Team Blue take on Western University. And then later on, we're gonna also be seeing League of Legends next week, Tuesday, be playing against I think it's Cincinnati.
Oh, Bearcats.
Yeah, gonna be seeing them play the Bearcats next Tuesday. It's a big school. Who knows what their esports organization looks like down there? But hey,
And yeah, that is Cincinnati. They're gonna roll up on the Bearcats. But I wanted to mention it's super interesting that Albertus, it's a small school, maybe 8, 9 in a classroom, and they're gonna go up against these humongous schools. The League of Legends team faces Alexandria this week, Cincinnati the week after, Texas A&M the week after that, Clemson the week after that. So they've got three huge schools in a row, right
yeah,
in the middle of the season.
yeah, and who knows? They're good at their other sports. I know specifically football for those last three that you just named. And who knows? Esports might be a different shift in things. Who maybe they care a lot about their esports program. Who knows?
Yeah, and again, Albertus's undergraduate and
Hello, Jermaine. Jermaine may or may not have just cut out. We're gonna reset things. Jermaine, are you here with us?
my apologies, mates. My headset died.
That is a-okay. Everything's back. Would you like to continue on with your last statement?
Yeah, so the total undergraduate enrollment at Albertus is around 1,300 students, and I'm
Yeah.
sure that is. I'm not sure yet. I'm a big research guy, so let's dive deep. So we'll look at Cincinnati's undergraduate population, and they're at about 50,000. So they are literally 50 times the size of Albertus. So we'll see if their esports team can follow suit. But
Yeah.
Albertus showed small but mighty.
Definitely gonna do that. Gonna show them that we bleed blue and we have a lot of heart in this lobby and in this game. But yeah, now we're gonna wait for the spectator delay to go off. That's pretty much it. While we're still waiting for the lobby to get started, and yeah, we'll see you guys as soon as the match loads in.
Get your bevs.
Yep, get your snacks, get your drinks. It's gonna be a dogfight.
Or a bird fight.
And here it is, Jermaine. It looks like we're gonna be right back into this. The game has started, and we're gonna have AMC going from the top to the bottom, and we're gonna have Alexandria working from the bottom to the top. Their blue side, AMC's red side, and yeah, we're gonna have the
Yeah, so
break up here for both teams.
I was gonna say we'll adjust our audio settings a little bit before we hop in the game. Looks like a big invade here towards the top side, 5-on-2.
And it looks like AMC Reaper gonna get caught off guard. All 5 of Alexandria players are here waiting. And Kaiju also gonna have to run. A lot of damage starting off early in this game, and I'm pretty sure that it was the Twitch who chased Kaiju down, forcing him to back off.
Yep, hunting him down.
Yeah, and once again, the champions for both teams, we're gonna be seeing Urgot, Vi, Katarina, Twitch, and Leona for the side of Alexandria, and then for the side of AMC, we're gonna be seeing Warwick, Lysandra, Jin, Vel'Koz, and the last one, I forget what that champ's name is in the top.
Briar.
Oh, and Briar. Nice. You see, I'm so sad we didn't get Teemo top lane.
I know. Maybe if I was in this game, I would probably play Lee Sin because I can't see. But
Very interesting. And hey, it looks like AMC's bot lane is here in the bush. They're ready to possibly engage if the minions do enough of the damage and catch them off guard. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. AMC's bot lane going to explode off of this, trying to focus the Twitch. But the Leona's right here going to start negating that ability. But hey, half health. AMC might be able to just get ahead early on. Mental Gen.
Knight gone too from that Leona.
Yeah, a lot of good damage is coming out. This Vel'Koz support is very interesting out of Mental Gen. We haven't seen this before, but he gets rooted inside of the bush. But Elf George here to contest the damage right back, gets a heal. And he gets the Twitch.
First blood.
Yeah, Reaper with the gank, and it looks like the second one's going to be down. That's Leona as well. Early on, what a 2 kills for the bot lane, and what a gank by Reaper early on here.
Yeah, well timed, and I think I might have been hit with a Teemo blind because I still can't see.
Yeah. That's very funny. Hopefully things are different now and everything's fixed, but we're gonna be seeing Demigod faces Madeline in the mid lane. And the Katarina's gonna back off here. It looks like it's been a very even fight in the top and the mid lane and so far in this match.
Yeah, it'll be super interesting to see as Kaiju takes a ton of damage here from this Urgot. Wow! But eats it all up and pushes him up against the wall. It'll be interesting to see what Kaiju does in this top lane against the Urgot, because we know Kaiju's playstyle of kind of go in, take a fight, and run away. And that's not something you want to do against an Urgot, as he'll slow you down, he'll do a ton of DPS as a top laner. And then as Briar, you're supposed to just keep attacking. You keep stealing lifesteal, stealing health from your enemy.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely going to have to be the switch up, because we've seen him play aggressively. We've seen him play it on an Alawi. We've seen him play it on a few other champs. But if it happens in this situation, maybe it'll work where he actually does decide to get aggressive.
And Reaper needs to be careful here. Vi and Katarina are chasing him down after a gank attempt in the top lane.
Yeah, and then let's talk about this also. AMC is clearing out wards. They're making sure they're denying the enemy team vision here, which is really good to see. And it's a great improvement that we've seen from this entire season so far, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. They're, making little adjustments that are making big impacts on the game results.
Alright, and we're gonna just do an early game item check here. Here's what's going on so far. It looks like the Urgot's building into it's kind of like a both defense in the top lane. They're trying to make sure they have enough health to contest fights, stay alive.
Yeah. And it's important to note that this push does have 2 kills, so he has a little bit of a lead on items, but Elf George on this Jin was able to go back and get 2 PF swords. I believe I actually have no idea what he's gonna build. Surprise me, Elf George.
Hey, and it looks like Reaper is gonna get really ahead here. He already has Tiamat.
Yeah, it's huge on Warwick to be able to do a ton of damage to just in an AoE area of effect. kind of
Yeah,
range.
here it is. Kaiju's actually gonna go in here, but he's gonna get insta stun back by Urgot. The lifesteal's in. He stuns him, but doesn't continue to get aggressive. He decides to back off under turret.
Brandon, can I ask you, do you see any similarities between Briar and Ornn that would have made Kaiju feel inclined to pick Briar as a second champ?
I'm inclined to say that it's probably the wall crash, like to be able to put someone on the terrain, stun them, continue to put the damage on. I think, like we said when he was playing Ornn, if he just switches up to like use the natural environment to his advantage, it might be useful.
Yeah, and it's Albertus. It's a liberal arts school. We can apply some of that liberal arts education to our league champs.
We definitely can. It looks like Elf George and Mental Gen are gonna like make sure this push doesn't go up the bot lane, and if they get engaged, this might be an even fight. The Leona goes under tower, so much damage.
Confusion. We see, the Urgot ult takes him down, but they're gonna be chasing down Twitch here in the bot lane. He's not gonna get away from Elf George as he just smacks down that fourth shot on Twitch.
Yeah, what a great engage, and it looks like AMC's gonna start rotating to start getting this objective. The dragon might be spawning in, or it's already here. Demigod gonna do the thing. He's gonna clear the wards out for his jungler, and AMC's gonna get ahead on this first objective.
Yeah, I would say this is a pretty free drag by his top lane, so no contest should come out here from Alexandria.
Yeah, but hey, Alexandria's Twitch and Leona are already running very quickly back up this lane. They might be able to catch them as they're rotating off, but the dragon is now in the hands of AMC, getting Cloud Drake here early.
Bumping over into Elf George right there. Reaper grabbing some fruits to heal up. Saying, excuse me while you go back, I'll grab some of these. But this is the counter here from Alexandria. They'll give up Dragon any day of the week, but they'll get Void Grubs in response. It turns into an issue once your jungler gives up both of the epic monsters at once, which may happen, and there it is! And the Lissandra ult into the Briar ult! And this is a huge fight here in the Baron pit. Demigod able to get away with the flash. Kaiju gets the kill on the Katarina, and Urgot's gonna scurry away here as Warwick and Briar chase him down.
Yeah, gonna get some fruits here, Reaper. They could definitely re-engage this fight if this Urgot plays it wrong.
And that Urgot still doesn't have ult from that initial kill on Briar up there in the top lane, so interesting that they disengage, but smart there.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting, but look, Mental Gen is gonna be the one that's picking up on the wards being placed down in this middle river area. This is definitely such a great adjustment out of them. These wards need to go. No vision is allowed here.
Absolutely, it's making a difference on jungle play. We see Reaper ganking a ton more because he's aware of where the enemy jungler is.
That is very, very true, and Demigod could definitely win a fight here too. Also, he seems to be doing enough damage against Madeline here in the mid lane. And it looks like we're back to the stalemate where everyone's going to be clearing minions, try to get their gold to get ready to get some items.
And just to keep going on what we were saying earlier about the wards, if you look at your map in the bottom right, you look at all those red eyes with the slash through it, those are pink wards or control wards for Albertus' side. You can only purchase one of them. You can only place one of them down at a time. You can purchase two at a time. So it's super encouraging to see that there's 4 down on the map right now. Only one person on Albertus hasn't placed one.
Yeah, and here it is. Kaiju's going to be going in. He's going to push the Urgot back. He doesn't seem to be exploding off of his stuns or his attacks onto the Urgot, but maybe playing it safe is possibly best. With the way that Reaper's playing, it might be better to just wait.
I agree. Don't lose. Don't feed that Urgot top lane, and your team has a chance to fight later on. Because Briar, any champ who has a ton of lifesteal, a ton of attack speed, they'll scale up, and Briar's one of them. Urgot, unfortunately, is also one of them, but that just makes for a good matchup up here.
It definitely does, but Kaiju, while Urgot's very close on this turret, he might as well just try to put some damage in. And it looks like that's exactly what he's gonna get counter stunned by Urgot. Gonna have to run back under tower, gets pulled right back out, and there it is, the fall in the top lane from Living Kaiju.
The second Urgot ult coming out, he's 2 for 2. That's a dodgeable ability. I wonder if Kaiju's aware of that. Was just kind of basically nose to nose with that Urgot up there in the top lane, taking that fight, and then made the ult extremely easy.
Yeah, and with that kill in the top lane, this is gonna allow the Vi to start sneaking through the jungle, honestly, and start clearing things out that Reaper hasn't been able to get to. And it looks like Kaiju's also gonna be building into Tiamat.
Yeah, just to be able to do that area of effect damage as a champion who has lifesteal increases the amount of health you'll get back, as you know, it decreases the amount of health that you'll take.
Yeah, I genuinely think this is gonna definitely be big in team fights, or when the new monster spawns in at the bottom of river in those fights. Might be able to guarantee a lot more damage and possibly a little bit of health gain.
And I don't know if anyone noticed there, and actually last game we failed to mention it. There is another new item in League of Legends. They're called the Bloody Petals, and you'll see them around the map. They're just little flowers sticking up out of the ground. But it's a it's a permanent team-wide buff, and it'll give your team a bunch of bonuses, like attack damage. If you have 1 to 9 of them for your team, you'll get a ton of ability power, a ton of attack damage, and then they scale up by the 10s. But it looks like Reaper's gonna get caught off here, and he's gonna get. Oh, the Briar Roll comes in, and this is a 3-on-2, but it does not look like it's gonna go in Albertus' favor as Kaiju, but he hits the double one.
Yeah, but Demigod also coming in here. It's gonna be a lot of damage on. Everyone is very. The only one.
The Lysandra getting a double there, but the Argotto pulling him in for a 3rd time. Kaiju just cannot escape the clutches, and it just fights all around the map. As unfortunately, Jin's gonna go down to Twitch here, and looks, Mental Gen hopes to get away, but he's just gonna get chased down here by this Twitch.
And there it is. And there it is. Almost all of AMC set on the respawn here. Reaper, the last one standing for his team, waiting for everyone to come back. He's
Yeah,
just
an
gonna clear the
involuntary
void.
reset there.
Yeah, he's just gonna clear the void grubs though.
And Alexandria is aware, they're all pinging that they're on the way, so it'll be huge for Reaper to either be able to get away or, fight and get a kill, but he's getting
he's
collapsed
gonna
on
get
right
collapsed,
now,
yeah.
and none of his laners are aware.
Yeah, but Urgot does not have ult. He might be able to escape or at least put it down, but no, the Katarina doing so
Important
much
there,
damage.
he got one of those void grubs, so that will take the buff away from Alexandria, as Albertus has 2 of them, and it'll leave Alexandria only able to get 4. 1 shy of the necessary amount to get the buff.
Yeah, and there it is. Alexandria gonna back off. They're gonna finally get their items now. They are also gonna be building into team at the Urgot look. Very interesting.
Yeah.
They're gonna just try to get all that AoE damage. I think that specifically helps when the missiles get launched for Urgot.
Yeah, you'll see it by his feet. You'll see the pulsing go by as he attacks. And you'll see it on anybody who has TM up, for that matter.
Yeah, I think for things to completely switch around here, it's gonna be up to this next team fight, whatever it is. And Kaiju's
Very
gonna
nice
go in.
there.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to dodge. Fails to dodge the ult, and he's just gonna get pulled in. I don't think that he knows.
No, I don't think that he knows. Maybe it would be possible if he ran Flash instead. It might be more useful. But Alexandria gonna gank here, and Elf George is also gonna fall.
And the TC's late there from Demigod from the mid lane. Just
Yeah,
looking to
but
save
now.
the tower at that point.
Yeah, but now mid lane is gonna be fully exposed. If these 3 just go to the mid lane, they might be able to just take his tower.
Yeah, agreed. And
here-
it's looking like Albertus, they have a ton of wards down. Oh, let's see if Briar can hit this ult to possibly use it as a TP. He'll hit
He
it,
does.
and he'll go. Here he comes.
And now he's going in, but the Urgot gonna be able to get stunned the second time. The Urgot just doing so much damage. Sends him airborne, and he's gonna run right into Vi.
And that's gray screen on gray screen right there for Kaiju. That's not what you want to see if you're Team Albertus.
Yeah, maybe the Briar pick probably wasn't. Yeah, maybe there should have been a different choice here, but I don't know what else you play into an Urgot here.
Yeah, I'm aware that it's one of Kaiju's comfort picks. He's played her last season as well, but oh, ton of wards coming down here from Mental Gen. Oh, actually doesn't
Clear the
commit to
ward, but
breaking the
he knows
ward,
it's
yeah.
there.
That's a
I guess-
Leon ult.
And Metal Gen might just fall off of that. And there it is. Metal Gen also gonna fall off of that.
And this all is stemming from the initial first blood on Reaper in the in the jungle. I know I mistakenly mentioned that there was the first blood there in the bot lane, and that's what I mentioned. I don't know if you saw the rose go right there to Twitch. That was what I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Reaper got one earlier before he was collapsed in the Void Grub pit. And hey, it looks like those buffs are gonna be very important. Kaiju gonna go in, get the stun, but Mal backing off just under turret. This turret's gonna fall though. And there goes another objective for Alexandria.
The play I'd like to see, it takes a little bit of difficulty, has a high grade of difficulty, is for Kaiju to get behind the Urgot and then do his push ability into the tower.
And while you're doing it, Warwick's gonna gank here. Ult is gonna come out from Elf George.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a double ult, triple ult onto the Twitch and the bot lane, and they will just dominate them.
Yeah, but meanwhile, while that's happening, Kaiju gets ulted again by
man.
Urgot. Urgot is 5 for 5 on his ults here.
Oh man. Nope.
Not going so well here.
That is a very nice tier 1 mid tower.
Yeah. And we're gonna see the Vi gonna be in the jungle, gonna get the blue buff here early. And here it is, AMC gonna start working that bottom lane, but Vi gonna catch Warwick off guard here. That sends him airborne, but Demigod's here to contest, and I don't think they're gonna do enough damage to take this 2v2. And Demigod gonna get pinched. Urgot's also here. He gets away.
It'll be interesting to see if he lives past this. I think Alexandria has a good enough damage output and health to be able to dive him here.
They definitely do, but I don't think Alexandria wants to risk it either way.
Oh, it looks like Madeline wants to risk this. Sent the Q in, but won't commit to the E to possibly finish off the kill.
Yeah, and while Twitch is showing face that Leona went to go clear the AMC wards, and there it is. Elf George gonna push up on it and possibly get this kill on Leona. Madeline dives, gets the kill on Lysandra, and
Saw it coming. That Urgot actually sent his ability in there as well. And it looks like that Jin is gonna go down here as well. Twitch able to get 2 auto attacks off before 1 tower shot comes in.
yeah, and it looks like this Twitch's build gets a somewhat of an attack speed build. They're just firing on all cylinders here.
Absolutely, as he should. Looks like a Runins is already out without even checking the items. Can we do so actually?
You can. Here are the items so far, and
Yep, so we'll see on the Twitch a Nabori Quick Blaze and a Runons coming out with his refillable potion. And then on Leona, we've got a Locket of the Iron Solari, just the default boots and a Kindle Gem. And it's, interesting down there in the bot lane, but that Vi has a ton of health already as well. Look at that bar compared to the Leona's, and Leona's a tank.
yeah, it's very insane. And very insane to think about, and it looks like everyone on the side of Alexandria is just very, very buff right now. Everyone just has a lot of health.
Whoa, that was kind of crazy right there by Reaper just to go in.
Yeah, and it looks
With
like
no
we're
tower here.
gonna have a scary situation. This might be a 3 dead.
And it will be. We'll see what Alexandria does off of this triple kill here in the bot lane. Looks like these have switched. Urgot will TP back up. Oh, actually, Katarina will TP up to the top lane. Getting Lysandra out of the way. Let's see if she hits the roses. Does not hit the roses.
Yeah, decides to leave them alone and just keeps moving forward. This Urgot now in the mid lane. This is gonna be very interesting now. Especially now that Kaiju has a turret to play with. This Urgot is just so fed. He's 14 right now.
That same ability that Kaiju just did, I'd love to see it facing the tower to, push Urgot into a tower shot.
Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna have a Demigod gank here. Urgot's gonna fall himself back. He does not want to engage this.
Seems like we'll get a lane switch here. Urgot will go mid against our Demigod Leona. I almost said Leona. Lysandra. While Briar will TP up to the top lane to take on this Katarina.
Yeah, this is gonna be very, very interesting to see, and it looks like we're just gonna see another full rotate. Lysandra is up in the mid lane, but now the bot laners from Alexandria are gonna go contest him there. Twitch just doing an insane amount of damage early.
Let's see if Demigod can get out here.
Demigod gets out using one of his abilities just by the skin of his teeth.
Reaper, no idea that Leona was backing in the bush right next to him, but Uh-oh. Urgot. Will he get the ult off? And he does.
6 for 6 on Urgot ults this game. That Urgot is a problem.
That'll account for a fourth of the Alexandria kills just off Urgot ults alone.
Yeah, and it looks like all of Alexandria is gonna start rotating back up to the top lane because here is Otacon,
Uh-oh.
and they're gonna be able to take this.
An Otacon for Alexandria might result in an early GG's here. It'll give them an extra life, and they already have a ton of health.
Yeah, and look at it, the health just dwindling very fast on the Otacon here.
Yeah, no contest. Albertus is just distracted by this Katarina. Oh, we get the stun. The Katarina will come out. She will get this free life, though. So unfortunately, not worth it in the slightest for Albertus. Get no gold, no death goes to Katarina, and she just gets to go back to base for free.
Yeah.
While getting the Otacon buff.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just gonna have a full reset. Elfgeorge gonna get caught unaware, but Metalgen is here to back him up. We're just gonna see a lot of damage and fights everywhere here. And
that Urgot ult came out. That's the first miss of the game, but it's only because Demigod was already eliminated.
Yeah, and this Vi gonna do heavy damage onto the Briar, and Kaiju's gonna fall here as well. AMC just gonna be forced back into their base.
Alexandria is not going to take advantage of this Otacon buff. They're going to hold on to it for later, and they're just going to keep splitting up and pushing lanes in. Not going to push the issue here on the top lane.
Yeah, and if I just have to say it, Jermaine, right now it looks like there's only wards for Alexandria here, and they have all knowledge on the bottom side of the river.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and here comes
Albertus
Rift Herald.
must have, you know, seen what was happening around the map and either forgotten or big ult there pushes the Rift Herald back and buy away. But Albertus must have seen, you know, gotten kills, gotten distracted, and kind of lost track of their rifts and of their wards.
Yeah, but Jermaine, here comes the dive.
Yeah, here in the jungle, let's see if Reaper can live this. It's a 3-on-1, 3-on-2. That's
Yeah,
with
but
no
the
mana.
Twitch is gonna get caught off guard. The Urgot here gonna clean it up.
And that's a lack of ward. That fight right there is ultimately due to a lack of wards. They had no idea who was in the bush above them, no idea who was in their jungle, and they just fall for it.
Yeah, and there it is, Alexandria once again just having the health and the armor to just take down the other mid turret. It's not looking so good right here for game number 1.
Yeah, it's a 12k gold lead here. You know, an 11.5k gold lead here for Alexandria. It's nearing garbage time here. Any kills that happen here will kind of just be... I mean, that is outrageous right there.
Yeah, Kaiju is on
will
1
he give
HP.
this
The
to the
Urgot
Wow.
gonna ult him, just guarantee the kill.
Alexandria.
Yeah, not playing any games, it looks like.
Actually, if you remember the... Oh, Demigod standing there with his chest out and his chin up right there, standing on that Katarina knife. But if you remember last year during playoffs, Alexandria was the longest game that Albertus has ever played. They lasted the longest. So
Yeah,
we'll see if maybe this could happen again. If not in this game, maybe later on in the series.
Yeah, and I will definitely say it is definitely a different viewing going on, because I'm pretty sure last time they played, it was Rel who was in play for Alexandria.
Yeah.
And God, was watching Rel even annoying to watch be played against. So much armor, so much health, and it looks like the Leona is just doing the exact same thing, honestly.
You know, I wonder if that person graduated.
That is possible. Hey, if this Leona player is your replacement, they seem to be filling in their role.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a ton of roaming, too. Katarina coming down to the bot lane. Katarina and Vi going up to the Void Grubs early on. Albertus seems stuck in their lanes, kind of with their feet glued down to their lanes, but Alexandria was willing to roam.
Yeah, and it looks like MC is going to start pinging that the objective of Baron is going to spawn in soon, so they're expecting a full group up out of Alexandria sooner or later on this top lane.
And honestly, if I'm Albertus here, this is not a Baron that you can afford to fight for down 11k gold.
It
Not
definitely
at
is.
all.
Everyone, that Urgot is level 16, highest in the lobby right now, so he's
Oh, good
slightly
enough.
fed, but they're gonna be able to pick up this Katarina like out here in the bot lane, but
Let's see if they
AMC's
can just keep this push going. That'd probably be the smartest thing to do if I'm Albertus here.
yeah, just keep taking this bot lane, get the objective done.
Ward up around Dragon, get ready for this next objective.
Yeah,
This Twitch is by himself. I wonder if he would be able to kill Warwick alone. We won't be able
I,
to see as Urgot TPs to the bot lane and forces everyone from Albertus to back off, but it would have been a cool fight to see.
it definitely would have, and it looks like Reaper's gonna do the smart thing here. He's gonna definitely start making sure there's no vision in his jungle anymore while clearing it out. You want to try to deny them as much vision as possible, at least stalemate them for a little bit here. But Alexandria just getting ready to possibly swarm up this middle lane while they're just allowing Urgot to roam in the bot.
Yeah, it's kind of gone to a stalemate. Albertus has done a good job playing defense here and isolating some of the players for Alexandria, but maybe not. That Twitch is just a problem.
Yeah, and here comes the Leona ult, gonna stun everybody. Briar gonna be able to push them back and get under tower with Demigod. You need to somehow figure out how to deal with this Urgot.
You see that range from the Twitch? He was at the bottom step of Albertus's base, still hitting Briar, who was basically at the tower.
That's very insane. That Twitch just built the right kit here for this game, but if I have to say it, it looks like this might be the end game here.
Katarina finally doing something here in this game. Coming through with some double kills and a ton of damage on Elf George. They're getting the base.
Yeah,
He will live. Oh,
and there it is, a full 5 dead. And AMC, unfortunately, gonna lose game number 1 here.
yeah, but they make these a best of 3 series. We will take a look at these stats and talk about this game. I just, for me, it was all the way down to wards and then that top lane. Kaiju has got to figure out, when he's gonna fight, be able to do his thing.
Yeah, and here it is. We're gonna pull up the stats here for everyone to see, and it's just an all-out showing for Alexandria, just playing very, very well together. 11 kills coming out of that Urgot. Let it be known, 7 of those were just off of ult alone.
Yeah.
He went 6 for 7 on ults in this game.
Yeah, and it's 10k damage for 3 people on Albertus, nearly 4. So able to out damage Vi, but that's about it. If you combine Urgot and Twitch's damage, I can guarantee you, I did the math in my head, it is more damage than Albertus had.
All
Oh,
combined.
almost, maybe off by 1,000. So if you put Leona, Urgot, Katarina. Oh no, if you put Urgot, Twitch, and Leona together, they outdamaged Albertus, just the 3 of them.
Insane to think about. But hey, we're going to be going into game number 2 very, very soon here. We're going to be resetting it up. Hopefully AMC decides to change up the game plan when it comes to these picks and bans. In this situation, they get to pick or ban first, I'm pretty sure. And we're just going to get a full reset. Maybe we might even see just a full different game here.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Maybe if you guys want to, you can stop by Tabs, grab yourself a bite and a drink. So we'll see you in a few.
Yep, we will see you. Don't forget, get your snacks, get your drinks, and we'll be back in 15.
Two sides to a story, but they never tell my side. Never been the kind of guy to stay inside the guidelines. I know I'm the bad guy. I don't jab. I'm running straight through, I don't got a zigzag. Got a heavy heart, it's hard to live fast. From the cradle to the grave, never change, make 'em dig that.
Wanna kiss me long the night with a rose, hoping that the Eiffel falls. Of course, you don't understand the life we chose. On life support, need my silence, my privacy, so I can heal. And even rock stars got feelings that they feel in reality. It's just repeats like a drill. Every time you pop up, they hoping that you fall hard. They praying for the death of a rock star. Everybody hates it ever since you got more. They praying for the death of a rock star. They love it when you lost more. Model low life at the top floor. Everybody hates it ever since you got more. They praying for the death of a rock star. Pop up, they hoping that you fall hard. They praying for the death of a rock star. Everybody hates it ever since you got more. They praying for the death of a rock star.
Hey, this is what you came for. Blood on the game bow. Everybody drop it like rainfall. This is your moment. Eyes on a puppet. Can't think, chest just open. And they're singing your praises. La la la. Screaming your name. La 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 la. One more step, you're immortal now. 'Cause once you play God, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Then we gonna ride right into the sun like it's the day my kingdom come. Baby, we're
you up. I be setting fires for the thrill, I can't get enough. Knocked down, never knocked out. When I'm in the clutch, leaving limits crushed. Gotta get it, ain't no giving up. Nah, got the whole world waiting on my fall. Me against the odds, bet it all. Better stack 'em tall, non-stop, fighting non-stop. I've been through it all. Eyes locked, coming in hot, breaking through my walls. Yeah. Try to count me out, but I'm on the grind. Yeah, count down till I'm going live. Yeah, feel it like a fire on the inside. Roll.
Yo, Jermaine. Jermaine, you're seeing what these people are saying in chat? All right, everybody, we are back. We are going to get started with game number 2. We're going to get right into picks and bans. AMC and Alexandria, they're going to talk it over just for a few more minutes, and then we're going to get right into the characters that we're choosing. But in the meantime, Jermaine, do we want to talk about what happened in game number 1 here?
Looked like Alexandria came out of the gates hot with the 5-man invade up there in the top lane, but to start the game off, and Albertus just never was able to bounce back after that.
That is very true. I feel like all the momentum shift once the first blood occurred. That's kind of what changed the pace of everything. I feel this has to be the momentum shift game. This has to be like a different AMC has to show. We have to see either more aggression or we have to see more passiveness. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think we just need a momentum switch going into this next game. Hmm.
Yeah, agreed. And then we, it's cool to look at our Twitter and see some of the highlights if you guys want to head over there. X.com, I almost said Twitter.com, X.com/Albertus Esports. You can watch right now. You can see our schedule. You can see our game day posters. You can see some of the highlights from the past game. You can see Reaper's gank
Yeah,
in
it
this
was
game.
it was pretty
Yes.
solid.
But into draft strategy, I've got some insider notes here. So, Albertus, they know these teams. They've played a couple of times, so they've got a pretty extensive list on who they think the other team is gonna play. I'm not gonna say all of that, but they've got, they know who Alexandria's got as their main. They know who Alexandria's got as their backup. So let's see if they can be maybe more prepared this game.
Yeah, hopefully so. Honestly, in my opinion, the weakness that was exploited was not knowing the Urgot ult.
Yeah, that and then continuing the same playstyle on a champion that is not intended to be played that way.
Yeah, and we already have picks and bans, and Albertus going to be banning Sivir, and Alexandria is going to be getting rid of Lulu here.
They do not want to see mental gen on Lulu.
No, they do not, but it looks like we're going to see two of the same bans out of AMC. We're going to see Sivir and Renata Classic, and Alexandria is going to be banning Lulu and Blitzcrank. So it looks like they don't want to face mental gen here in this game.
I wouldn't either. It's pretty underrated, but Alexandria must rate mental gen pretty high.
Yeah, and here it is, AMC, to immediately negate that Urgot from ever playing again. They're going to get rid of it now.
Yeah, let me refer their notes. If they actually didn't have that on his list, so that was kind of a blindside to Albertus having to face an Urgot.
Yeah, and here it is. Alexandria is going to also ban Nico, and they're going to pick a Vi. So we're going to see the junglers stay the same here. And they're going to be bringing in an Aurora. First time that I am seeing an Aurora, and I
Hope
have
that goes top lane.
Yeah, me too. I hope it also goes top lane. But then again, I haven't seen much Aurora gameplay so far, and AMC is going to be able to pick up Ornn. I feel like it's getting riskier and riskier now. We're leaving up the jungle pick for AMC just up in the air for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, they know they're facing a Vi on the other side, so they can kind of wait until the end to pick the counter. But they don't want to run out of time and have their chance banned.
That is very, very true. So right now, and I think that may be it.
Yep. And I know you've wanted to see it. You've wanted to see that Amumu come out with the double stun.
I definitely did. I think that kind of makes up for the Nico not being picked, and you're going to be able to have that Amumu stun to combine with Lysandra now, which is probably going to be really, really good, and possibly even better with an Ornn now. If the gank comes out proper out of Reaper here on Amumu, you can get the stun in and have Ornn rock crash in the top lane and guarantee a kill, or in any lane or any situation to begin with.
Interesting. Alexandria, after going completely nuclear with the Twitch last game, will decide to ban him here.
Yeah, I feel like since they had the second pick, they're gonna target. They're just targeting bot lane. Here, they do not want to see AMC's bot lane in a comfortable position. Getting rid of.
And I mean, Albertus left themselves open for that, though.
They kind of did, but AMC is also going to be banning Malphite, which I do remember seeing last time they did play Alexandria technically in at least a game 2. So
And that was in the scout. That I can confirm was in the scout.
And here it is, Dr. Mundo also going to be banned, which is smart if that depends on what AMC picks here. I wouldn't want to face a Dr. Mundo if I'm a squishy, but I guess since you have Ornn in the top lane, that's not much to worry about. But Mundo's...
That's pretty discouraging, though, to see a Vayne on the other side.
I mean, hey, if they left themselves open for it, maybe AMC has a plan of attack for this Vayne. And we're going to be seeing Samira picked up for AMC.
Ooh, that's fun. That's truly fun. Samira is so much fun to play and so much fun to watch.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to be going into our last pick for both teams. Like you said, that Vayne is going to be scary, but there it is. We're going to also see Soraka.
I love playing Soraka personally.
Yeah, Soraka.
Banana champ.
Yeah.
Banana champ.
Maybe somebody will have that skin and you'll be able to see it.
Yes, please, please, Mental Gen, have the skin.
Yeah, now we're 10 seconds left. Alexandria is on their last pick. Who is going to be their last pick? I'm pretty sure this is their top laner, correct? Unless it's never mind, it's going to be the jungler, and there's Warwick.
I think that will be a Warwick top lane though, or a Vi top lane. But I think it's one of the two top.
Yeah, but hey, you pretty much have two junglers. If they don't play right, your only tank is Leona. I don't know if you want to play into the Ornn that way.
They've just gone ahead and done it though. They've got a
Hey,
game to lose. They've got a game in their pocket, so why not?
maybe this might be them just testing the waters to see what they can use if they have to go to a possible game number 3.
But we have seen a team slip up and not pick the champs in their proper lanes. Last week we saw no AD carry for Falconer, so we'll see if this kind of, I don't want to say troll because it's definitely viable, but this kind of pick will you know reap some benefits.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting, and we're gonna go back into the private match. We're gonna get fully set up now. Everyone's gonna be doing their picks and bans to reset, but let's just continue to talk about game number 1, Jermaine. Like there was so much going on that I feel like needs to get shaken up a little.
Yeah, I want to tip my hat to some of the Albertus players. Demigod, he did a great job on that Lysandra. Just the only criticism I guess I would have was, it seemed like his feet were glued to the lane. He would TP it kind of late in order to
Mhm.
get to the different areas, but otherwise he played a great game against
I
that Katarina.
Yeah, I mean, well, when you're forced to play in a somewhat uncomfortable situation where you have to pick up your backup instead of playing Nico, I guess you can understand where there might be some kind of technical slip ups, but hey, I feel like he kind of still made it work in a way.
Yeah, I mean we saw it on the graphic. He's no stranger to Lysandra, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, but do you think AMC possibly could have benefited from choosing different characters here?
Possibly in this draft, I think that they still left Alexandria with a ton of health and not a lot of Ramus.
I think it has to be a repick. Reaper did not pick his character, and yes, it looks like we're gonna be resetting. Um, yeah, and it looks like we're just gonna be resetting here. But to remind everybody, it was gonna be No, not Warwick. I forget
A
who.
Mumu.
Mumu. Yeah, I know. I'm mixing up game number 1 already with game number 2, and it hasn't even started yet. But
Ooh, we can actually take a peek at some of the ranks here. So Albertus, Bronze 4, Iron 3, Unranked, Bronze 1, and what is our last player? Iron
Iron
1?
One.
Iron 3? Yeah. And on the other side, you see a huge one right there in the fourth one, Plat 1.
Yeah, I think a big thing here can be also with the levels. There's a lot of levels in both of these teams. A lot of time played on this game.
I won't comment on Elf George's life, but 780 is a little bit crazy.
Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna get the reset in. I'm with the boys in the room, and it looks like the energy is a little bit up. Maybe they're gonna be a lot more confident going into game number 2, getting rid of Urgot. Um, maybe they're getting that spark that they remember what last year was like, and they were able to take these guys all the distance. Honestly, maybe that confidence is back.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Albertus did any VOD review.
I would assume they did. They possibly wanted to be as prepared as possible, especially for a team you've played before. Yeah, all right, and it looks like while they're gonna get reset, we're gonna be right back. Yeah, we're gonna be right back with game number 2 in not too long. Get your snacks, get your drinks if you haven't already. If you finish them, go get more. Come back and join us.
Yep.
Um, Don't forget to check out our socials. The VODs for games are uploaded on our YouTube channel at Albertus Esports. We have a lot of posts going on to Twitter or X, as some people will call it now. And the esports account does have an Instagram. Let us know what things you would want us to post sometimes. Maybe we can use some of the ideas that you guys have in chat, and maybe you get to see it on the socials.
Yep. And one last comment. Por favor, mantén el chat en inglés, por favor. Just because we have some moderators in the chat, and they They want to make sure they understand what they're moderating. But we will see you guys in a couple minutes. We'll just let them finish picking and play some cool tunes for you.
All right, and with that, we're gonna be going to a quick commercial break as we get ready for game number 2.
Today begins your tomorrow.
We are all role models. Your actions, they influence other people. You have the rest of your life in front of you. What are you gonna do to make the most of it?
Earn your degree at Albertus Magnus College.
Begin your nursing career at Albertus Magnus College and our brand new undergraduate nursing program. Study to become a nurse in our state-of-the-art facility. At Albertus Magnus College, you will receive an individualized education with a hands-on approach and graduate career ready. There's a critical shortage of nurses. Will you answer the call? Enroll now for the fall of 2024. Start your Bachelor of Science in Nursing at Albertus Magnus College. We have faith in your future.
Since I came out my mama, thinking God that he never would. Proving wrong every time till it's normal. Why worship legends when you know that you can join? These demons don't like me, they don't like me. Likely they wanna fight me. Come on, try it out, try me. They put me down, but I never cried out. Why me? We're from the wise, don't put worth inside somebody that ain't tried. They said I wouldn't make it out alive. They told me I would never see the rise. That's why I gotta get them every time. Gotta watch them bleed too. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Raise it to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking. Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Raise it to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking. Don't ever say it's over.
Into game number 2, AMC gonna be blue going up and Alexandria gonna be red going down. We are seeing two different teams than what we saw in the first game. We're gonna be seeing Living Kaiju on Orin, we're gonna be seeing Reaper on his Amumu, Demigods Lysandra, Elf George on Samira, and Mental Gen on a Soraka. And for the other side, we're going to be seeing a Warwick, a Vi, Matt. We're going to be seeing Vayne and a Leona. So we're going to have two different setups, two different teams than before. And hey, it's just going to be an interesting bout here, ladies and gentlemen, as we're in game number 2 now. Let it be known the current series is sitting at 0-1 to Alexandria Technical.
Yeah, and look at this adjustment already. Albertus not risking to go over there into that bush and face another stack from Alexandria. They'll just ward up in their territory and get their own buff.
Yeah, and it looks like my questions have been answered. It looks like we're going to be seeing Warwick top lane, which means Vi is going to be sticking into the jungle.
And that's just, I'm not gonna lie, that it will be a problem for Kaiju. That champion directly counters his playstyle.
It directly counters his playstyle, and maybe he picks up on it. As we can see, we already see they made one adjustment. Maybe Kaiju's ready to make like the full adjustment for this team. Elf George on this Samira is going to be very, very interesting.
It'll be cool to see the Samira passive go off once Soraka starts to hit some CC. The silence will, I believe the silence activates the Samira passive. Ooh, nice little double there from Elf George as Soraka gets some health back by queuing up that Leona. Wow, that'll be a cool matchup. Aurora versus Alexandria in the mid lane.
It definitely would, and it looks like they're just going to be butting heads while they're clearing the waves out. And Demigod going to get slightly behind, but it's okay. We're only into minute 2.
Uh-oh. A ward goes down right next to a Mumu. Take all of his raptors.
That is very, very unfortunate. You don't want this person, you don't want the enemy jungler clearing out your jungle early on in this game. Actually, never mind my language. That's the mid laner. Aurora is just clearing out Amumu's jungle. And maybe it's going to be a 2v1 here if Amumu pushes up just a little bit. But this Aurora is just playing very close to the tower near the mid-river.
Vi is in this Amumu's jungle, in Reaper's jungle, and he has no idea yet. He'll be aware in a second when he goes up.
Hey, I think he is probably aware that they're somewhere close. They did show face at Demigod earlier, but as they rotated in, so maybe he is somewhat aware that this Vi is close, and there it is. It looks like we're gonna get a ward down from Demigod as they pick up the Vi, rotating back into their side of the jungle.
Look at the health difference here.
Yeah, Kaiju could definitely do a lot more damage here. Hopefully we get to see that adjustment where he uses the in-game terrain to his advantage. You don't just need the rock. Yeah, and we're gonna see Kaiju with the rock up. It's gonna go down immediately. Warwick not gonna fall for that trap.
See Reaper get a deep ward here. He's pretty close by on this. Demigod is likely gonna perish here.
Yeah, but and unfortunately Reaper not gonna be able to counter that Aurora getting the first blood here. He's just gonna have to back off.
Yeah, and the flash came out from Demigod there as well. Pretty wasted flash.
Yeah,
This
but there
looks
comes
like
the
it'll be a
crash.
good
But
fight.
oh,
Why?
Why would you back off here? You had him airborne. You could have had a lot more damage done. There's no gank. Well, never mind. Now, if we look at the net, the Vi is very close by in here in the top lane. And never mind. Now they're gonna back. This might be the time to take it. Could crash into the terrain that's here, right in front of the river. But no, Kaiju's just gonna back off.
I think he's pretty low on mana. If I was seeing correctly. It might have been Warwick I was looking at though. No, if I'm rechecking, it's Kaiju. He's
low on mana.
maybe at a 10th of mana here.
But hey, he's gonna get his
ability.
item here. He's gonna get
A Bramble Vest. Yes, exactly what you need here in this top lane.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be very confused most of the time. I feel like Warwick is so mobile, but here comes the gank. Reaper gonna be able to guarantee at least one here. And never mind, Lathon doesn't get the Vayne, not gonna be able to escape Elf George, gonna clear the kill. Leona gonna be forced to play back under tower. And it looks like
Albertus will come up.
yeah, AMC's gonna try to come up river, but they might just be setting up for drag. Kaiju gonna negate any Warwick healing. He could push up and do more damage off of that, but chooses not to. Gonna play real close to his turret.
Yeah, he's got no mana right now. It'd be pretty difficult to start a fight and continue and do the damage he wants.
It definitely would. Maybe it might be time to actively call for a gate. Maybe having an Amumu close by would definitely help support him and win this fight.
And he's close by. Let's see if he'll get a little closer.
Yeah, but this Warwick playing very, very close to the edge of this river is trying to make sure he doesn't get sidelined by any means necessary. The Void Grubs are going to go up, so maybe Reaper just rotates over to fight Void Grubs instead. Kaiju going to get engaged, has the heal stop on Warwick. He continues to push, gets aggressive. Warwick going to counter back.
That
the health.
A Mumu ult and Warwick will flash. Sorry, a Mumu flash. Warwick flash, and that's where the 2 stuns comes into play. Reaper hit the first stun on the minion and
Yeah,
then
but now
flashed
Reaper
over it.
gonna
and
be
he
caught in a
fucked him.
pinch here, gonna be left to the mercy of Alexandria here. Can he get away?
See if Lissandra, Demigod, can come down and help him out.
Well,
Won't
it
even
doesn't look
bother
like
with
that's gonna
this.
happen. There's the trade. Aurora and Vi playing very close to this point guard pit. Vi gotta probably start this objective or ping that it is available for them.
Yeah, it looks like she's gonna get started on it. Nothing that Albertus can do here to counter as their jungler is down.
Yeah, the jungler is down, and as we see, Kaiju gonna finally back up, gonna be able to get his mana. Might be able to engage in a fight if they're able to get back inside. This Aurora is definitely making a difference here in the mid lane.
Oh, that Aurora is gonna hit a really cool ult right there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Mental Gen gonna fall. Elf George gonna have to force himself back under tower. That Leona taking an insane amount of terror damage.
Yeah, Flash came out from the Leona there, but the barrier able to save Elf George. If he was level 6, that would have been a very nice ult to hit. Uh-oh. It looks like Demigod might get pummeled here.
Yeah, he does, and the Aurora is gonna be able to clear out Demigod here in the mid lane. Elf George left alone in his bot lane. Amumu close by, so they can definitely support him just in case until Soraka gets close. And here it is, AMC Reaper. It looks like he's getting his red buff, or just clearing
I
out
was
his
just
zone.
gonna mention, yeah, he got his red buff. He also got his level 6 off of that. Hits the pole here. Caught this Leona way out of position. Had no idea about the Albertus ward for once.
There it is, the Albertus War gonna guarantee the info that they need. And here it is, Kaiju just gonna miss his crash. Not gonna be able to get the gateless blue buff, and Alexandria gonna take this bot. Never mind, AMC is gonna be taking this bot lane. They're gonna be taking Inferno.
Yeah, an Infernal Drake in exchange for a red buff. I'd take that as AMC Reaper 21 any day of the week. Wait, can we take a moment away from the game real quick and just look at Albertus's in-game names?
Yep.
AMC Reaper 21, Elf George 13, Mental Gen 17. I wonder if they know that your Riot ID doesn't have to have numbers in it. Anyways, Elf George under siege here. Soraka will come save him and he'll get out alive and kill Ripple.
Yeah, Kaiju gonna unfortunately get ganked here. The Vi gonna push up to, and he's gonna be able to flash away. Gonna get right to the turret. Not
Wait,
gonna
I
get
think
engaged in that situation.
I think the Vi actually knocked Kaiju out of the Warwick ult. I'm not sure if I saw that right. Oh, uh-oh.
And it looks like Vettel's just gonna get dove under turret. Vayne gonna be able to clean up that kill, and you don't want Vayne to get boosted up early in this game.
Absolutely not. They know about this Leona, but they don't know where she is.
Yeah, Reaper
They'll
gonna
turn
miss
their
the pull here.
focus.
He gets the
That's
second
a
one
full
though.
range pull. The cleanse coming out from the Vayne, but she has
And-
her whole team in tow.
Yeah, and look, they're gonna be able to clear the ward out. They're gonna make sure that AMC doesn't have any knowledge, towards this bottom lane in the river. And it looks like AMC's gonna just do it right back. They're gonna clear out wards too.
Yeah, a little bit of a reset over there on Alexandria side. They're up 2.7, well, 2.3 gold, K gold, 2.3 thousand.
Yeah, 2.3 thousand gold, but it's still very close in the kill department and on the objective side. AMC is the only one with a dragon so far.
Yeah, gold difference is about the same difference as a lower end item. If that puts into perspective for some of the chatters. And also, I don't know if you know, I'll explain some of the abilities that some of our champs do here. So you see Samira's ult right now. It is actually in whites. She can only ult once she does a certain amount of abilities and auto attacks to an enemy, and that will give her an S rating. And once she reaches the S rating, then she can ult.
Very, very
So
interesting.
it's kind of a massive combo that she has to hit.
I mean, hey, it might be able to do it. Can't you boost some of it off of minions? Is that possible?
No, not off of the minions actually, but what you can do it off of is a champion CC. It'll activate her passive, and then she basically has an eye burn pull to the champion. Straight up.
Here we have. We're
Right
gonna have a
here.
big trade in the middle. Demigod gonna almost guarantee this kill on Aurora.
Aurora's also gonna ult there though.
And it looks like we're gonna
Big
have a big...
Soraka. And
there
here's
goes
the S
ult.
I was talking about. But the stun from the Leona. Oh, fighting all across the map. He'll stay up, and here comes the second ult, and that's what's powerful about Samira. That ult can come out at any time. Demigod taking down Aurora. You know, but like I was saying, that ult can come out at any time as long as that combo is hit.
That is very, very good. AMC gonna probably get a little bit ahead. They're gonna clear out Void Grubs. That's another objective for AMC.
That fight actually put AMC up in the gold department. Puts them up about 0.4k gold, which is any knowers? 4,000? I think 400.
I think it's 400, but hey, they're at 21,000 now. Now it's a full 1k gold lead, pretty much.
Yeah, really close here in game 2.
And here we are. Ornn is very up ahead. He's gonna be able to catch this Warwick off guard in the river. He might be able to engage in a fight. And never mind, Warwick's gonna run. Yeah, we're gonna get a full backup from pretty much everyone but the bot lane on the side of Alexandria. They're gonna
And
play
Warwick
aggressive.
actually... Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. They're playing somewhat aggressive to clear out wards here in any position they can find them.
Yeah, and in that engagement top lane, Warwick actually was under the impression that Kaiju put a ward down, but he actually didn't in the top push.
This is very interesting. I'm looking at the situation here in bot lane. If this Aurora, this looks like a double stun moment here that can definitely engage this team fight, or a pull by that matter.
It has been a battle of wards in that tri-bush, but Albertus will win it. They'll sweep all of Alexandria wards out and play some of their own.
Yeah, and here it is. We're gonna have another dragon spawning up in here soon. I'm pretty sure it's another Infernal Drake.
Yeah, and actually Kaiju looks like he has the lead here on the Warwick. He's up a level, up a ton of health, and I think that early Bramble Vest is what's setting the tone for that top lane here.
It definitely has to be. This word hasn't been able to put enough damage onto him. And Demigod definitely playing a lot more smart now. He's not engaging in fights that he doesn't need to.
Uh-oh.
And there it is. The Hextech Drake is going to come out. AMC is going to get into a team fight here, but there goes one. Falls for Alexandria.
And let's see if this Samira came out once already. Let's see if it can come out a second time. He'll get a double kill, Samira will. Amumu picks up the third. And this looks like it'll be 3 for Samira. Elf George with the triple. Right after the dragon, and that'll put him up 3.1 thousand gold.
That is very insane. That's going to be a clean 4 dead. Warwick, the last one surviving. And if he engages Ornn here in the top lane, this is just going to be a 5 dead.
Kaiju's just going to take it to him here, knock him up, but...
I think it's smart for him to back off. If he would have engaged too far out, he might have overextended into the turret range.
Especially with such low mana. He's got no mana to do any abilities at this point. But...
Yeah.
Let me phrase this a different way. If this Warwick keeps just auto-attacking the Ornn, he will do a ton of damage to himself, to the point where he will eliminate himself.
It's almost like you're hitting thorns right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I genuinely think if AMC kind of wants to get just even further ahead, they might even just ask for an Amumu gank to top to get clear of this Warwick. That might even just change the pace of this game here. But
And
never
I
mind.
genuinely think this. Oh, that was a big bite.
Yeah. The
Oh
Oracle
no, coming out! No.
just
Oh.
missing. That was a very close Ornor. Samira gonna dive here.
Yeah, their own tower was going down because it matters into her own hands. That's Soraka doing God's work, healing her up. There's one ult from the Samira. Look at this Soraka. Elf George has been near death about 3 times in that engagement, and Soraka just nursing him back to health.
Yeah, doing an insane job. Horn's gonna teleport top to negate this Warwick push even more. The Vi gonna clear out the Void Grubs here.
And we missed it, but Demigod actually I think it was his wave, was able to knock down that first tier 1 turret in mid.
Yeah, and there it is. Reaper also gonna guarantee his next blue buff as well. And he's gonna watch them take the Rift Herald. And he's gonna back off. He doesn't want to engage this. This is a close 2v1.
I would do the same.
I mean, hey, your Alessandra is close, and it would be an even 3v3. Warwick's gonna back off. He doesn't want to engage if Horn's here.
Kaiju way overextending. Reaper had actually
but the
he does a
knockup-
ton of damage, but he is getting triple teamed right now.
Yeah, and even if he was able to get away, oh, he flashes into the pit. He might be able to
Miles
escape.
chase him down, but they'll all get away.
Yeah, insane Kaiju getting a lot of damage, and he's able to escape. Yeah, and it looks like AMC's gonna start maneuvering down to the bot lane. They might just set up for the next dragon. Reaper gonna be able to clear his Raptors, and it looks like Vi's gonna get their next red buff here.
I love that Vi skin. In true Valentine's Day spirit.
Yep, it is very, very good. Elf George gonna go up into the mid lane to negate any more pressure onto their mid turret as Alexandria rotates further up into the jungle through river.
That's something we didn't see a lot of just in general in past Albertus games. That mid laner and the bottom lane switching lanes. But we see it here. Lissandra's in a bottom lane with just 1 wave and a very low tower. Hopefully Demigod can capitalize on that.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely kind of just left alone. All he has to do is kind of just push the wave. Amumu's going to be possibly fighting Vi here. They might be trading blows here in the jungle as well on the map. And the Aurora also going to start moving down. Might be here to contest Lissandra. There's just a lot of fights. We have this one-on-one in the top lane. Kaiju going to be able
And
to
again,
escape.
he's only not been eliminated so far because of that Hornmail. That Warwick is just doing insane damage to himself as Demigod is doing insane damage to Alexandria.
Yeah, and don't forget, Elf George is here. He's also putting in some work. He got another kill here.
Oh! Reaper on 1 health gets healed up by the Soraka, and that'll be 4 down for Alexandria. Albertus picking it up, and you see it in the chat. Vi's made it aware. Vi's made her team aware. Aurora's making her team aware. Mental gen on Soraka is a problem. He's healing his team up to nearly full health in the middle of these fights.
Yeah, it definitely is. They might have to figure out the game plan. They might need to change it up. And here we are, AMC Reaper also going to be able to get a Bramble Vest here.
Yeah, I mean, if you take a look at Alexandria's team, it's actually a ton of attack damage. You got attack damage and lifesteal on Warwick, Vi, and Vayne. So 3 of the huge damage outputters are not fully negated, but semi-negated due to, triple, double Bramble Vest.
Yeah, and here we are. It looks like it's going to be Mountain Drake here, which is the next dragon up. AMC probably going to cloud around it, going to get ready for it. And it looks like they might just do that. Vi going to engage onto the Lissandra, going to ult. And it's going to be a big team fight here.
Yeah, that'll be Demigod going down. Leona hits her ult. 3 ults used on the side of Alexandria. Reaper just in there fighting for his life, but he will get jumped. And Kaiju, he'll exchange his chem check Drake for that top tower. He has no challenges in front of him.
Yeah, and just like that, Alexandria are going to be able to take this dragon away from AMC, but Hey, AMC is
Oh,
still in the gold
no.
lead, and someone in. Oh, and there here it comes.
I noticed it once I saw the ping in the chat. Otacon and Dragon. Oh, Leono nearly dying there. Oh,
Yeah, I
still
think this.
taking damage from the Otacon in the tri-bush.
Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna be able to get this. And now the Guardian Angel has been activated for the side of Alexandria, but even though they have it, I don't think that helps you enough. There's still a level difference. Someone Kaiju's ahead by 1, and Demigod at 13 is also ahead by 1.
That was a huge thing last game. Albertus was down in gold and way down in levels. They were nearly down 3 levels at some point, nearly in every lane.
Yeah, it is definitely a bit of a closer game here, and we're gonna see Shadow Flame bot on the Aurora and Spectral Cow on Ornn here.
Oh, that's an E. I think that's the end of Demigod's time here in this life. Oh, this
Yeah,
might
no.
be the end of his tower's life.
It definitely might. The Rift Herald's gonna come through, and it's gonna be a 3-man's. Or never mind, the third player decides to back off, and there goes his mid turret. He's gonna have to back off.
They need to get a hold of this Rift Herald before it hits the tower again.
I mean, yeah, but here's all of AMC. We're here. We're gonna force them to respawn.
And while it's withdrawing, it's just pulling Alexandria laners out of the fight.
It
If they
definitely
can,
is.
It looks like Mental Gen is upgrading. I believe he just upgraded a Soraka item. If we can check the scoreboard here, he is upgrading. No, he upgraded his own item, so you can see his first item with 38 stacks, Sunfire Cape. I believe he made it a. I don't know the actual name, so I need you to hover over it. Oh, a missile. No, he just needed it to get away there from Warwick.
He has an Art Incenser and a Dream Maker.
No, that's on the Soraka. Can we take a look at the orange item, that first item?
Yeah.
Sunfire Aegis, yep. So orange passive, he doesn't have to back to upgrade his items, and then he can actually upgrade some certain items to mythic items, legendary. I forgot the name, but they become significantly more powerful than they were before. Oh.
Yeah, and it looks like he's gonna be going.
He's
for
trying
it
to
again.
upgrade someone's item. I think he just did Reaper. If we can check that.
Probably is. He's gonna be engaging this Warwick here in the jungle, not calling for his team to come back to help him, but he might just have enough help to get away. But here comes Reaper. Kaiju getting stunned again.
Kaiju is living in here. He has 3 people beating him up, and he is just straight living. Oh, nearly made it out right there with the flash and the ability. But here comes the Samira ult. S-rated.
Insane
those at home.
combos. Insane combos coming out of Elf George right now, doing insane work on the Samira. And if we're gonna look at the item was.
Yeah, it's that first item right there, that Leandri's Torment. He's upgraded that, and it'll do. If you see the numbers were orange, it'll give him more ability power and more health, and you can compare it to Lissandra's, who has the normal Leandri's Torment.
Yeah, it might be insane. Maybe eventually he'll be able to just get it all for all of his teammates at this rate. Get them at least one item. And Lissandra gonna dodge the Vi, safely getting away.
Looking like Lakers Luka out there with the handles.
Yeah, and can I just point out something? There's definitely a difference in the warding. AMC is definitely making sure that they know so much is happening here in the bot lane. They have at least one in the top lane or 2 in the top lane to secure some knowledge, but Alexandria has no knowledge about what the hell is going on in the bot lane.
Yeah, agreed. And this Warwick doesn't have teleport, so he's going up top lane. It looks like it's going to be a fight for the dragon right here.
It definitely does, and as you can see, going through the river, it's going to be Baron spawning up top soon. And Lissandra is here just watching, pinging to make sure that the Baron hasn't spawned in yet.
Oh, uh-oh. That's not what Mental Gen wanted to do at all.
Yeah, and the Ornn ult comes out to catch him on the back off, and there it is!
Oh! Triple Ornn ult into the Samira ult. The Samira will get taken down by Aurora. And now here comes... Whoa, Lissandra takes down Vayne, and Aurora is just going to get out of there. I thought Aurora got eliminated in that fight, but she'll get out of that fight scot-free.
Yeah, but Demi
But
got
no, she won't!
through the pull.
And that's 4 down. Did he flash just now? That is an excitement flash from Reaper, and I do not condone that after a very nice fight from Albertus, taking the dragon, and they'll take this mid tower just in exchange for 1 life and that top tower.
I mean, hey, and in the meantime, Demigod's going to be able to push up his mid tower, take that. They're only going to have to deal with the Warwick, who's getting objective in the top lane, honestly.
And they'll head actually bot lane themselves, try and knock down that bottom tower. It's looking on low health itself.
Yeah, and I think once you clear out these towers, it might be time either for a full reset, start pushing your lanes, or Baron is wide open. You have a ward there. There's no one near it.
Ornn will finish off one of the items. He'll buy Kanik Rukern, stack up on magic resistance here.
Yeah, and
you
it
see
looks
that
like
little
they're gonna
purple
back.
shield? That's what it is.
Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna back. The Warwick might get caught off guard by Alexandria here, trying to go into the bush so he can try to back. He's gonna be able to escape.
He'll use his ult to get out of there.
Yeah, but now the pings do come out. Warwick is backing off, and Baron is ready. But look at all of Alexandria grouping up here in the middle lane. They're also aware that Baron is up, and they're gonna try to contest this.
They'll get Scuttle, and that's important for this fight, as they'll have entirety of the river control. Wow, that was mean of them. He got to take that ward from Reaper after he got 2 of the 3 ticks.
Yeah, and here it is. Everyone's just gonna start grouping up. They're gonna try to just make sure Reaper is fully set up for this fight. And all of Alexandria now in the top side position, and AMC all grouping from the mid lane to the bottom. And Vi gonna be clearing out the wards. Now you know someone is sitting in the pit.
They were gonna go get on her back, but she'll get out of the pit.
Yeah, and if you look at AMC, these ults are loaded up. This
they've got them all.
This next team fight can definitely do some damage here. Reaper gonna be clearing this ward, but I think you should rather just be pushing with your team as you guys decide to make a decision here on where to go.
Alexandria, although in Albertus' defense, Alexandria looks like they're playing a little bit of defense of their own. They're just kind of, basing what they're gonna do off of Albertus' move. They were, grouping around the Baron pit when it looked like Albertus was gonna hit it. Albertus fell back into mid. Alexandria fell back to their turret, and then now they're just kind of spread out again.
Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna try to rely on this grouping here. If they continue to group, they might be able to just engage in the team fight and possibly win. But if all these ults on, I don't think you want to try to do this if you're Alexandria.
And this is important. Reaper is coming down to bot lane. It looks like he's trying to... Is this a full reset from Alexandria? Yeah, I was a little bit confused there. Everybody on the map for Alexandria was recalling.
Yeah, and with that, the pings do come out. Ornn's gonna go back top lane. I feel like if they're on full reset, you might as well just take Baron pit.
Well, that's actually... Alexandria absolutely full reset because they saw a Mumu here in the bot lane. Nowhere near Baron, so not a threat to them.
Yeah, and here it is. We're back into the stalemate situation. We're going to see a full reset from AMC as Alexandria is starting to ping that there's no one near at all. Baron pit is empty.
That's a 6,000 goal lead here for AMC. 8 kills up. But I would honestly say this game looks really tied.
Yeah, it
Someone in
definitely.
the chat mentioned it earlier, but it looks super tied.
Yeah, it definitely looks a little bit more even, and now we're gonna see the three near Baron pit, and they're gonna clear the wards and possibly start this here. And yeah, Amumu's here. Living Kaiju kind of just face checking the rest of Alexandria, showing that they are here. They could engage in a fight. He does have ult still.
They won't commit to it though.
No, they might just clear ways, but Kaiju left alone is gonna get caught in possibly a 3v1 situation. Senza by airborne, but he's gonna have to back. The ult comes out, and they dodge, and it hits.
Onto the vein. Loads of damage. 2 down.
There goes 3.
Nearly 3. There it is.
There it is. The full team wipe. That's a full 5 dead.
Yup. Albertus will capitalize on this Baron here, and Honestly, I don't know where they go. Maybe they go down to Dragon Pit. It's spawning, yep, 25 seconds. Alexandria doing me a favor. Demigod doing me a favor as well, picking the time. They'll head
Yeah,
straight down, and looks like they'll hop on it.
yeah, they'll head straight
And
down.
Demigod up
Lissandra
top
gonna
to
go
clear the
clear the
wave.
wave.
But,
Yeah.
yep.
This is definitely say Kaiju actually gonna start moving in the mid lane with the minions as they have the little bit of a boost from the Baron pit, and he might be able to take this tower.
Yeah, no contest. Looks like Vi and Bane are gonna chase down Kaiju, but he won't. He won't stick around to see.
Yeah, and if you look at it on the screen again, Kaiju is very close to his ult once again.
And all of these ults on Albertus' side, I would say definitely a Mumu ult, Ornn ult, and actually, yeah, Lissandra ult. Everyone but Soraka ult leads right into a Samira passive, and that is what will start a chain reaction.
Alright, and here we are. All of Alexandria kind of just playing defense. They're playing very close to the edge of their base where their last turrets are standing, trying to just clear whatever waves are pushing up. Reaper gonna slaughter these raptors in his jungle. And Vi there's gonna be a lot of pings out there. There's no knowledge on where anybody is, but AMC moving as a pack gonna find this Vi. Lissandra gonna try to jump at them, and they're just not gonna be able to hit that, unfortunately. A lot of vision's gonna come out, and Reaper running through the jungle is gonna probably spot nothing. He might be able to just steal whatever's here.
Oh. Albertus getting a ton of wards up there.
Yeah, and Reaper's kind of just running around the map, clearing all of them. Just clearing whatever wards that Alexandria has down. Yeah, this is definitely a different Albertus than we saw in game number 1. There's a totally different playstyle here.
Yeah. You could see it early on in Kaiju's lane. He must have heard me. He must have taken my words to heart when I said Warwick counters his playstyle, because he came out with a completely different playstyle.
Yeah, maybe it's a slight bit of aggressiveness in him. We've seen him try to help in a lot more fights now, and not running away and backing off, and Vi gonna be caught all alone. And they're just gonna fall very quickly. Kaiju gonna be pushing up as the wave takes the turret, most likely, kind of just distracting and pulling them to the center to engage in another team fight. Kaiju possibly gonna go for a crash, just misses. But the Samira ult into the Ornn ult!
Oh my gosh! 4 down!
Another combo with the Ornn and Samira ult. That is so good for AMC. They're just comboing these ults a lot better. This line, I don't want to say it, but this lineup looks a bit too strong right now.
And I'll take some words out of someone in the chat. Ready, Brandon? Ole, 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 ole. Cada día te quiero más. Oh, somos la banda de Reaper. Ole, ole. Let's go. Big win for Albertus in game 2, and it's tied at 1-1 here in this series.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to take a look at the scoreboard here, ladies and gentlemen, and the talk of this game has to be Elf George on Samira. 38,000 damage.
Oh my goodness. And can I do
It's
one of the
very
things I
insane.
did last game? No, it wasn't as lopsided in damage as it was last game, but I will give Living Kaiju his props, as I was giving it to him a little bit before the game when we were talking, but he proved me way wrong.
Yeah, and we're going to go through everyone's stats. Living Kaiju going to sit at a 3-1 with 10 assists. That's insane, even for a top laner. You would expect them to get a lot more kills, but I'm guessing with that Ornn, you're just setting up Samira for greatness, honestly. What else is going on? Yo, Mentogen has 25 assists.
I was just gonna mention that if we can tap into the advanced stats, I'd love to know how much healing he did, because that's Soraka damage basically is how much healing. Yeah, 12,000 healing. Well, that's shielding, but
Where do
if
we
you go
see
into
this?
view advanced details, it'll pull the whole.
Here we go. There it is.
Yep. So if we look, Soraka's in the first. If we scroll down a bit, Ally Healing, 18,000
18,000.
health.
Wow.
Unreal.
Very unreal. That's insane. But if we even look at it, look at the vision scores now. For all of AMC, they're doing definitely a lot better in the vision category than they did last game. We're seeing
Absolutely.
above 20s now compared to the game number one.
And that's our live studio crowd clapping it up. Everyone, make some noise. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and with that, that's game number two. We're gonna be going into game number three. I don't know what happens now. This has just been, it's been a bloodbath.
Yeah, when it's a bloodbath, sometimes maybe one of these guys is a vampire. They're a little thirsty for more.
Yeah, they probably are, and we're gonna have to go into game number three. Both teams gonna have to, who knows, either adjust their game plan or possibly stick to the same thing. It's gonna be a big risk in choices for game number three, and I just can't wait to see it.
Yeah, go get some coffee. You're gonna have to stay up late for this one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to another little break as we wait for game number three. This is gonna be possibly a small 15-minute break as we get ready for game number three, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
If I'm breathing, racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding, I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far, I'm start walking. Don't try to make yourself remember, darling. Don't look for me, I'm just a story you've been told. So let's pretend a little longer, 'cause when we're gone, everything goes on. You were staring at the window, and I said, I'll just bring this to you. But if I was gone tomorrow, won't the waves crash on? Is it selfish that I'm happy as we pass the setting sun? Someday I'll be overcast, but you won't have to cry, 'cause we'll do the grieving. Well, I'm by your side. I said, don't try to make yourself remember, darling. Don't look for me, I'm just a story you've been told. So let's
my drama, only venom when I get my dues. Respect, I'm the next tycoon. Got a pad full of greens, couple M's my soon. Unbeliever, do you see the confidence? Got some people waiting for me on the fence. I live it, but never see me on the fence. Best believe that when I win, it's common sense. I'm designed to fly, defeat all demise. The best me, no, no fear, no compromise. 100 degrees, I breathe more to life. You should disconnect and throw in the west. And the hand that's in this. Gotta back it up a high percentage. Got a heart in my sleep, non-stop. Stepping up to the seat, more shots. Getting those. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire. Out in the wild. You can never stop me. Watch me dive and free, and it's my time. Up in the stars. You'll never forget me. But not holding back on the side. Only get better with time. Ready to own what is mine tonight. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire. Out in the wild. You can never stop me. Yeah. Another way up. Flowers say so they coming on the way up. A true fighter's what they always been afraid of. Cards had a close on my circle when I lay up. Switch the game every quarter like a time zone. Aim for the buzz, tryna build up to this mind zone. Pave the way with only items that I might own. Imagine what I'm about to do, be an icon. And the problem just the haters that I might know. It's a night show. The way I'm about to make a movie with these lights. Know the one they be like me, they can try. All gold, everything when I write. Come repeat it, every legend gotta fight. A new world when I flip, make it tight. Ain't nobody doing minutes how I like. Seat buckled up, going up like a bike. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire. Out in the wild. Up in the sky, into the light. Watch me dive and free, and it's my time. Up in the stars. With every stride, our future's bright. Cause I'm on to the next. The way I shape shifts makes them call me a threat. Running on this path, never done, no regrets. There is nothing you can do on the face on the set. You're in front of the best. Different league if you wanna get to me. I game and pedigree. Yeah, I only got a picture on the centerpiece. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire. Out in the wild. You can never stop me. Watch me dive and free, and it's my time. Up in the stars. You'll never forget me. But not holding back on the side. Only get better with time. Ready to own what is mine tonight. I'm alive, unleashed in the fire. Out in the wild. You can never stop me.
Ooh, yeah, he mad. I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining. Ooh, yeah, he mad. I'm racking up white diamonds. Throw me in the sky, you would swear the sun shining.
In this gothic underground city, we all sin. If I bring a couple rounds with me, then we all win. I came back and brought the crown with me. The king's king. Break your nexus and your neck, cause everybody's on your head. Just like kick your butt, go run them up, then paint my nails. Never learned to raise my hand. Was too busy raising hell. Everything I know I am. You should go and save yourself. Thought you had my number, huh? Congratulations, played yourself.
One and boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for game number 3, and it's gonna be new picks and bans here. Let me pull. I hope everyone can see them, and we are ready to go. We are gonna be starting with a Silver and Renata Classic, the same two bands, and Alexandria is gonna be banning Lulu and Timo. So sadly, I will never be seeing Timo be play today, and maybe Alexandria just wants to see me cry. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe it was my song at the end of the game. They don't like us anymore.
Definitely could have been, definitely could have been. Um, but yeah, we're gonna also be seeing AMC sticking with the Urgot ban, and Alexandria are gonna stick with a Timo Nico ban. So here we are. We're seeing Orn get picked here first, which is gonna be very interesting. I don't know if you chose to pick Orn first, like what that leaves Kaiju with if you
What?
didn't choose him here.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably feeling really confident after that last game, so he'll go ahead and pick that one early.
Yeah, and
Um,
unfortunately, they're gonna be fighting Mundo and a Moo. So a Mumu Doctor Mundo.
And all I can really do is laugh because I know Reaper is going crazy in that room right now.
Yeah, cause what junglers does this leave him with? Who knows? I can't wait to see it. And it looks like they're gonna be able to pick Lysandra in the middle.
A mainstay throughout this whole series, and he's been playing really well.
Yeah, he definitely has. He definitely has been playing well, especially with a backup character here. It would have been fun to at least see him play Nico at least one time, maybe. Um, but yeah, and it looks like we might be seeing a Warwick pick here. There's only 10 seconds left. Yeah, we're only going to be seeing 10 seconds left, and it looks like they're going to stick with the Warwick pick.
They'll lock in that jungler early and just. I feel like this just isolates your bottom lane to get banned out, though.
Well,
Alexandria knows for a fact that these last two are, bottom laners, so I expect to see probably the Kog'Maw, maybe a Samira ban here is what I would expect.
and I would probably think then you still ban Blitz here. You don't want to leave Mental Gen with his popular characters here.
I'd honestly love to see him play some Soraka again. Soraka's a champion that I love myself, and
Hey, maybe they'll ban the Soraka. And there it is, as I said it. What a call. They do ban Soraka here. Which does open up a lot of playing field for Mental Gen now that we think about it. There's a lot of characters that he still has available to him that he could possibly use.
yeah, Mental Gen and Elf George both.
Yeah,
They haven't banned 180 carry on Alexandria's side.
and it
They
looks
haven't
like
picked one yet either, but
yeah, but it looks like they hated playing against Aurora last game, and we're just gonna get rid of it immediately. Maybe it was too much pressure in the mid lane that put Demigod a little behind, but it seems like he doesn't. It probably doesn't matter to him. He still picks Lysandra.
yeah, he seemed a little hesitant to step up to take engagements early on, so maybe a little bit of, I don't know, animosity
And
to
there
the
it is. They're
Aurora.
gonna get
Yep.
rid of Samira here too. So this just leaves AMC to possibly pick some good characters here. I'm not gonna name drop them, but there's a chance that they can finally get picked up here. We haven't we haven't seen them play this entire series yet. Maybe this is the time. And AMC gonna decide to ban Twitch here.
Huh.
Yeah, this leaves Alexandria's picks wide open, but you're not gonna be able to get that same Twitch we saw in game one.
Yeah, I'm a little bit curious to see what they'll play.
I am also very curious. I have little
If I
to
had to guess, they probably won't bring that Vayne back out. Didn't really do much for them last game.
oh, and we're gonna be seeing Alexandria pick Kog'Maw. I feel like that's just a full counter pick that they chose Kog'Maw. Like,
That's keep the Kog'Maw out of Elf George's hands pick.
yeah, that's what I think it is. Maybe that might be a weak link for Alexandria though, unless the person that's playing him knows how to play Kog'Maw. But oh my God, and AMC is gonna draw Vayne.
Wow, excuse my laughter, chat, but this is just gamesmanship. These teams have seen each other a ton of times, and they're just showing it here in this champ select.
And let it be known, there will be no holds barred because you'll be getting pulled by this Blitzcrank, says AMC.
Yep.
I'm happy to see Mental Gen get it put on one of his stronger characters here. Blitzcrank pulls are about to be so fun to see.
I'd love to see an invade here from Albertus, but they've actually never gone for one. Can you believe that? In the Albertus Magnus League of Legends history, they've never gone for an invade.
And Alexandria's final pick is going to be Kiana.
Not too bad. I think that's actually a pretty good matchup for this Lysandra on Demigod.
Yeah, but hey, in most situations, it looks like they're not going to be able to get away. Blitzcrank pull. You're going to have Vayne, who's going to just put in a lot of damage. You're going to have Warwick, who could jump towards you. I will say, AMC does lose out on the amount of stuns that they like using, though. I will say.
Yeah, I was gonna add on to that with what you were saying. They lose the Soraka silence, and they lose the double Amumu pull. But
Yeah.
still the same Orn knockup off of the Rock, the same Lissandra abilities, and then Blitzcrank added on. So not too bad. The only other thing is these people on Alexandria are not people that you want to be next to exactly when you're in a fight here. So Mental Gen would have to be super careful with these Blitzcrank's pulls.
Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna get right into the private match. They're gonna be picking and banning immediately, and we should be getting ready to set up soon. And then wait for the spectator delay. But while we're doing that, let's talk about game number two, Jermaine. What did we like? What did we not like?
I can't leave Mental Gen Soraka alone. It was amazing watching Elf George engage in these fights. He's engaging in fights. He's down to maybe a tenth of his health left, and then whoa, Mental Gen's hit two abilities, and now he's all the way back to half, three quarters health. That's like invaluable on your team.
That is very, very true. And I will be honest, we haven't seen another healer type character on AMC besides Yumi when it was played. And it's a different vibe to see a second healer. Like it's not normal for us to see it often.
Yeah, absolutely. But and then also the change in playstyle. I'll continue to harp on it. The change in playstyle of Kaiju. It'll be something that I talk about all season long. It'll be something that Albertus will depend on to get them through some of these games. As over the years, League of Legends has turned into a win through top kind of game where your top laner, once he once he's able to be his opponent, he's able to beat his opponent.
Yeah,
And then
and
after that, moving into the other lanes and kind of being able to help your teammates out while managing your own lane. I'd like to see that kind of growth from Kaiju.
yeah, I feel like most of the time it's gonna be fully up to if he decides to play aggressive or not. I feel like that's your momentum swing here, for the most part. There will be a lot of situations where I feel like it's winnable for him, and he chooses to back off.
Yeah, I brought it up last week. I'd like to see him play Aurelia. She's not super strong right now, but at least fits his play style of go in, get your licks, and get out.
Yeah, if anything, if you want to just completely spin things on its head, pun intended there, you could just pill up spin them here if you really want to, and just run them.
Yeah, I mean, but the whole thing with Tryndamere is he has that ability where what is it? It mocks. I don't know. It spawns that chicken and then it makes them slower when they're running away from him. But that's not really what Kaiju does. He doesn't really chase these guys down.
Maybe that might be the character that changes that for him. Maybe that if he chooses to play a champ like that, it'll change the playstyle into what I think actually this AMC team needs. He needs someone to possibly chase it down if he's ahead.
You know, I think I've got something both can agree on.
Hmm. What would that be?
How about Living Kaiju plays Teemo?
Hey, I am fully on board for him to play Teemo. I am
That was a test.
fully on
You
board.
failed.
Nah,
You failed the test.
no, I will always say it. The last time we saw Living Kaiju play Teemo, it was it was almost a Teemo masterclass. I will say he didn't give up any deaths. He didn't lose his lane. He was constantly ahead. He called for the proper ganks. He ganked himself, and it was working out well. He used his shrooms pretty good. I would be in a happy place if I got to see him play Teemo top lane once again, and I will stand on it. Hey, do that all you want. I will continue to stand on that opinion.
It'll be a fun pick, but we're in a crucial game three here, Brandon.
Yeah, we definitely are. We definitely are in a crucial game three. I think these picks that they have so far, especially with Elf George going on Vayne, means there is no holds barred. There may be a little to no sportsmanship left if we're just drawing out Vayne at this
Yeah,
rate.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. I will say from my own personal experience playing a Kai'Sa or a Caitlyn, I hate playing against a Vayne. Period. Vayne just does not make things fun in the bot lane.
Agreed. But we've got about 80 seconds to we get in the game. So I think we're gonna toss you to a quick break. We'll teach you a little bit about nursing,
Yep, we will definitely
and
be able to do that.
we'll be right back.
Begin your nursing career at Albertus Magnus College and our brand new undergraduate nursing program. Study to become a nurse in our state-of-the-art facility. At Albertus Magnus College, you will receive an individualized education with a hands-on approach and graduate career ready. There's a critical shortage of nurses. Will you answer the call? Enroll now for the fall of 2024. Start your Bachelor of Science in Nursing at Albertus Magnus College. We have faith in your future.
Today begins your tomorrow.
We are all role models. Your actions, they influence other people. You have the rest of your life in front of you. What are you going to do to make the most of it?
Earn your degree at Albertus Magnus College.
All right, and it looks like we're gonna be right back. The game is live. We're gonna be loading into it very, very soon here, and hope yeah, we're gonna be starting here very, very soon. AMC gonna, I think, start still on the blue side, and then Alexandria gonna go from top down. And here it is. We're going into the crucial game number 3 here, Jermaine. Are we ready for this? Who knows?
We've got to be ready for this. I wonder if Mental Gen intended to take exhaust there. I think he did, and they're gonna go for an invade play.
It might be, but all of AMC is kind of like spread
Uh-oh.
out immediately. But
This is an invade play from Alexandria.
Alexandria.
This is what they did in their first game, and it worked out for them. So
I mean,
see if Albertus will fall into the same traps and same mistakes that they did in the first. Looks like they're playing safe.
yeah,
What do you think?
I will say Alexandria has gone for this now for every game so far in this series. They have gone for this early invade, whether it's with 4 or with 5.
Oh, and they will keep going though. This will be a real invade.
Yeah, they're gonna get fully aggressive. They're just gonna travel from bush to bush, get some wards down, and then back off here. Never mind, those are AMC wards that are gonna be able to spot them out, and this invade is done for. Everyone gonna have to spread back out.
Yeah, look at Warwick and Orn on your maps. They've made it in here, I think, completely undetected. They're still hidden. I think is it a fight bot lane? No, they're just in their own. But Alexandria is pretty aware.
Yeah, they seem to be very, very aware, but hey, nope, they haven't made any noise, nor is there any like knowledge that they're there. Mundo also gonna ping that there's nothing going on in his top lane, that Ornn is missing. And I don't want to be the one to say it, this might be an early steal for Warwick and then an insta gank into the top lane.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. And Mental Gen down to that half health. This is what I meant. If you pull a Leona to your team, to your teammate, she immediately has a free stun on either you or the person next to you.
Yeah, I feel like in this situation, you're gonna want to try to stun. You're gonna want to try to get this Kog'Maw. You're gonna want to try to pull Kog'Maw in, as Kog'Maw will be squishy if he gets pulled in too close.
And also, that is a spell shield on that Mundo, so one knock, you know, running into the rock, knocking the Mundo up will knock that shield off. Unless Mundo goes and picks it up, then he just has it again.
Yeah, which means the Mundo's gonna have to play definitely a lot more safer in situations like this, because it looks like Amumu's like focusing way more towards the right side of the map and in the middle so far. This is their first time touching the top lane going into minute 3. And Amumu's gonna ping that their red buff is gone.
He's a little late to the party. Reaper's already getting his own, so it'll be really late for Amumu to get over there.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be a very early like boost for Warwick here, because he's going to be able to get both buffs and just be honestly ahead so far in the jungle.
Yeah, half health over there on that Mundo, but he's got that shield if Kaiju decides to go in with his knockup.
That is very, very true. I would also like to point out that things have switched up. Both junglers now are running Smite. They weren't running Smite before.
I think they were.
No, I'm
Smite is the universal jungle.
Yeah, it is. I don't think they were using it last game though. At least
Nah, they were.
maybe on side of Alexandria. I did not see.
That's
Reaper
a
using it.
smite is a must-have. Like, you'll reset the game. You don't have smite.
And the smash goes
That's what I
through. The
meant.
crust is dropped, and Mundo not gonna have is not gonna have his shield anymore.
Yep, he actually gains a little bit of health from picking that thing up. My apologies. I thought he got his shield back.
Yeah, well, but it looks like this Mundo's gonna just be backing Ornn right under tower if Kaiju decides to play this right. He's already at half mana here. I think it's really gonna have to be reliant on if he gets this knockup.
Yeah, I think if I'm Kaiju here, I'm looking to get an early knockup to knock the shield off initially, and then try and catch him in between cooldowns after that.
Yeah, or I'm communicating a gank here to get rid of Mundo. But there's 2 wards in the river, so Reaper might need to clear these out or have someone else clear it out for him and kind of reset this fight in the top lane.
Nice move there from Demigod in the mid lane, avoiding some trouble there with Piano.
Kaiju not going to be able to get the knockup, so Mundo still has a shield.
Oh, misses the cannon. That's upsetting.
Yeah, and here comes the Warwick gank. Reaper gonna go up top. This Mundo gonna fall here.
And good job by Reaper there, giving his Ornn the kill.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. And then also with that, he was able to clear out the 2 wards at river, so Alexandria loses their vision in the top lane.
Yeah, and I guess we missed it, but Demigod whips out his ult there.
And unfortunately, he did fall, but it looks like he's gonna teleport right back to the turret.
Did he fall? I think he actually survived on low health.
Let's pull up the scoreboard just to check, and yeah, he did survive on low health. He did back away, get away safely, regens, and now he TP'd back. And it looks like we're gonna see reset for the bot lane and 1 member of the top lane for AMC. Void Grubs are gonna be spawning in here, and Lysandra gonna start maneuvering over, gonna ping or possibly ward that there's nothing here right now.
That ward gets spotted.
Yeah, the Mumu gonna get knowledge by breaking the play, gonna be able to get vision for a short period of time there. But if you look, Dragon is also up, so either way, if either team decides to go for an objective, they'll probably just trade objectives here. Unless they get into a team fight of some sort. And look, Kaiju already gonna be able to get that Baron Bull vest.
Ooh, nice combo there from Madeline.
Yeah, and here it is. Kaiju kind of just... I will be honest, it's kind of all lanes kind of somewhat stalemating. Reaper gonna catch Madeline off guard here in the mid lane, and that might not be a good fight to take without Lysandra here. As Lysandra starts to...
If we look up and sorry, I have to interrupt you. In the top river, Moon's just getting these void grubs by himself. It'll take him a while, but he can get them by himself.
And yeah, as you said it, he does. The void grubs do fault, and now, well, Alexandra's gonna have that little boost early. But Reaper gonna be fighting this Amumu 1-on-1, gets stunned.
Demigod fighting under his tower. That Keanu was gonna come to help, but Demigod cut him off, and let's see. Ooh, Demigod.
Yeah, but now Kaiju kind of scaring Mundo into his... And never mind, we're gonna see a full reset. Mundo gonna have to chase Ornn back into the top lane. I swear, if he just crashes behind him into this Mundo and pins him onto the actual terrain that's there, maybe it'll be good just to get the shield off here. Warwick is still close. And never mind, Warwick's gonna come right back and misses the ult. Unfortunate. Gonna chase under to the turret, still gets the kill.
Great job. That's a challenger stack and his healing.
Yeah, and the shield is gonna fall. Mundo gonna get slightly bit of health back. Kaiju gonna fall right back to his tower.
Kaiju's got to make a rush for that shield once it falls off.
He definitely does, or once again, just keep coordinating his ganks here. Reaper has already ganked middle twice now. This Mundo could
Huge
be
pull!
unsuspecting.
Huge pull into the exhaust after the Leona wastes ult, and this will be a chase down here on this Kog'Maw. Elf George low on health. I don't know if he should continue the chase, but he will.
No, he gets
Top
armor from
barrier.
Blitz. Gonna fall, but Blitz might be able to trade.
He won't be able to.
Misses
He
the
misses the
pull.
pull. No.
And unfortunately, that's gonna be a double kill for Kogba in the bot lane.
If he's able to hit that pull, he absolutely is able to get the trade.
And it looks like it's a reset for Mundo. Mundo, after a little bit, after re-getting his shield, gets it back. So he gets that slight little health boost, and if he goes uncontested for so long, he just gets his shield back.
Yep.
Either that, or if it was off the level up, because he is now a level ahead. And it looks like we're just going to get back into the stalemate position. Dragon is still up. Leona got a ping that no one has ever taken it. The wards are close by for AMC, so they're going to know that she face checked it. They're also going to ping that Kog'Maw has disappeared and there's no one in the bot lane. So a lot of knowledge is coming out for the side of AMC. This Mundo is also very low HP, I would say. He's at least only at a little, slightly above half. And it looked like Kaiju just upgraded someone's items. Or upgraded his...
Yeah, he went back and bought. I think he bought that
the Crystal Embracer. Yeah, he's baiting Mundo to come towards the turret. It's very close. If Mundo overextends, this might be bad.
This is gonna be a dive here from Alexandria. Oh, actually, it won't be. Amumu's gonna back up. Looked like it was a dive in the making. Mundo could pop ult and get a ton of health. I think that dive would have been successful for them.
It possibly would have, and if you can see in the top left, still in that Void Grub pit, is that ward for Alexandria. No one has noticed that it's there. There's just going to be so much knowledge flowing in and out of River right now, as there's going to be a ward on almost every point of it. They're going to be able to watch almost every angle if a gank comes through.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much on Reaper here, but I feel like he's been kind of leaving Kaiju by himself up there in the top lane, kind of on an island. Not really visiting the Void Grubs or the Rift Herald too often.
No, but he's down here with his bot lane, and Leona's gonna shield up, and they're gonna have to run. This isn't a good fight, especially with the Mumu. The pull and the stuns do come through. Reaper is gonna fall.
Big stun there on the Leona. There's a ton of ult here, and it looks like, oh, the tower's chasing the, whoa! That was a Kiana ult coming through. Sorry, very visually a lot. That Kiana ult with that skin.
Yeah, but the turret able to guarantee at least a kill here in the bottom, which is still good for AMC. Being able to trade the one life, and now it's an even killed game. And it looks like now that Alexandria is going to be able to take Drake here. Yeah, but AMC gonna just constantly get this flow of knowledge that there's at least 3 here. They're not really clearing that ward until this is almost done. I don't know, maybe if someone was close by, they could smite it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Alexandria gonna maneuver in a pack here for their players, but they're gonna trade objectives here, like I said before. And Kaiju gonna scare Mundo back, gonna continue to help Reaper get his Void Grubs, but they're gonna have to run here. Mundo gonna take this. Amumu gonna take these Void Grubs away.
But like I said, it's huge getting only some of them, because you only get the buff if you have I believe it's 5 of them. So getting one of them there, if they get one of them next time around, then not really too much use for the grubs there.
I will also say with Alexandria moving in a pack, this did open a lot of time for AMC's bot lane to get a lot of damage onto this bottom tower.
Agreed, and actually Kog'Maw hits a nice little combo there.
Yeah, but
to get mental gen pretty low.
Yeah, but if then again, Reaper's gonna chase a Mumu here. He gets rooted, and that's gonna be a kill on the Mumu.
Good find there.
Yeah, but Reaper unsuspecting. There's still a ward here near this Void Grub pit. They're gonna know knowledge that he rotated back into River, but it looks like it might just be a reset. He might be able to just continue to hold near his Lysandra and play for a gank if anything.
Yeah, I think that red right there in the top river is actually the scuttle. But oh, big pull from mental gen, and he'll just get out of there on low health. Huge pull, big assist for the. I thought he was gonna get out, but he must have forgotten about Kog'Maw's passive and just kind of stood still for a second.
Unfortunate.
Gets Elf George the kill.
Very unfortunate. Here comes the gang top lane. Reaper finally showing love to his top laner. Gonna do insane amount of damage onto Mundo. The Ornal comes through. Sends him
Big
airborne.
knock-up.
There it is.
Huge team play there. Big job by Reaper there not to use his ult until, you know, Kaiju was close by going to use his ult, or until that shield goes off, because that ult does really nothing while Mundo has that shield up.
Yeah, but can I just say, that moment, we were just talking about how Reaper hasn't shown love up to his top lane, and once he does, look what happens.
Agreed.
It's a perfect gank, perfect team play, and they're able to guarantee the kill on Mundo. And I will also say, there's going to be Black Roses on the ramp. As you can see, Mentalgen just got one of them. Mentalgen got one of the roses, and the root comes through for Demigod. Just going to set up Reaper for this kill on Madeline.
Oh.
And Madeline going to stun Reaper back. He's going to chase this kill.
Big play by Madeline there. That was extremely well played.
It definitely was. Able to get the kill out to Alessandra, forcing Reaper to get stunned and have to play back.
Shout out the Madeline fan club.
And look at his Mundo's back. He's in the top lane. He has a shield. He is a level behind, but there it goes. There goes the shield. Hits him with the crash out to the natural environment. But there's just not enough damage or DPS to support him here. I feel like Kaiju is going to have to back. Now is the time to play passive. Amumu is close by in this top. And here it is. Madeline gonna guarantee that there's no vision at the bottom of the bot lane. Gonna remove AMC's line of sight across the map.
You look up top right there on the top right of your screen, there's another Black Thorn. Whoa, big knock up there. And good job by Kaiju getting over to the heal.
Yeah, it's definitely doing an insane job here, especially against Mundo. So far has proven to be slightly annoying to deal with, but I feel like with the right team play, it'll be perfectly fine.
Kaiju's got to be careful because Mundo can heal a ton if he ults, and Kaiju's pretty low here.
Yeah, but hey, as you can see, he is playing very close underneath his turret. Mundo has been slightly aggressive, has been taking unnecessary turret damage.
Yeah, it looks like it maybe a dive. Oh no, actually, Alexandria was going to fight for the Rift Herald, and look, got caught out by the mid and the jungler of Albertus.
Yeah,
there,
Demigod with the huge
big
stun.
ult.
They're gonna
No,
chase
but
down
Reaper
this
misses his
Madeline.
ult.
But the Ornal from the top lane, Madeline not gonna be able to escape. There it is. Mundo gonna drop down, gonna help contest this fight against Reaper. The Mumu stun comes out and he's gonna fall. Kaiju gonna run away, get away with his life here.
Good job by Kaiju reading the situation. That was a lost cause right there, helping Reaper. Better to save his life. Woo, nearly pulling the Kog'Maw there.
Under turret, man. Doing insanely well, and it looks like Amumu gonna be able to steal this Rift Herald, which definitely might be in use for Mundo here, as the top turret is very low on health already.
It looks like this bot tower is gonna go down. Elf George has got to be really careful.
Yeah, and it looks like the Leona is gonna try to push up to Mental Gen, and he does. They're gonna dive.
Elf George did a ton of damage there to Kog'Maw, but smart play. Demigod might be able to do something here if he's able to catch up. But here comes Reaper, hunting his prey. Leona hits the stun, and that's a TP actually. Kiana coming up, and they'll get away for free.
Yeah, Kaiju's turret gonna fall. Mundo just gonna run it down, but he has no shield here. Kaiju can possibly take this fight. Mundo can only survive if he uses his ult.
And he's just used it. Mundo doesn't have his ult yet.
And there it is.
Be the
Mundo's
flash.
Yeah, Mundo's gonna flash, gonna get away, but he's still low on HP.
Big Rift Herald hit there after a couple of kills from Alexandria. That's a Leona ult coming out. I don't know if that's a smart idea on low health like that. Here comes the Lissandra ult, and Leona will go down. L on L crime, and I'm not laughing.
Yeah, and it looks like Reaper's gonna take the route, and he's gonna start clearing out these wards. But Amumu and Kog, three of Alexandria's players are playing very close on this river. They're trying to engage onto the dragon. They're gonna catch Reaper unsuspectingly. He's gonna ult to get away here. They know that there's three gonna go to the and all of Alexandria grouping up around this Dragon Pit, they're going to be able to take this Hextech Drake really easily.
Yeah, smart play by AMT not to take that fight. They're pretty low, and Reaper just uses ult. It's a big ult that you need in a team fight. Great job, good patience there to back up.
Yeah, and look, Amumu also going to back up, going to guarantee his blue buff here. Mental Gen going to clear out wards, and it looks like AMC's going to need a full reset. Talk over the game plan, clear the comms.
And there's a deep ward here in Albertus' jungle. I don't know if they know, it's in between the Raptor and that tier 2 turret.
Yeah, and here it is, the gank to the top lane. Mundo and Leona, Kaiju's gonna be very, very slow. The crap ton of stuns are coming out. But here comes Reaper, gonna try to gank for himself too. They're gonna focus on damaging Mundo. The Ornal! The Ornal is gonna hit!
He does! This is death by 1,000 paper cuts right there for Ornn, but Mental Gen will come up. It's like tank on tank.
Mental Gen gonna unfortunately miss the pull on Mundo, but he turns around, he just wipes Warwick away. And here's the Kiana playing close by, might be able to farm another one. Mental Gen running for his life, now playing close to Elf George.
Luckily for Albertus, Kiana was able to, miss that stun on Mental Gen, or else he might have gone down too.
Yeah, look, we're gonna see a full reset. The bot laners are gonna hit the mid lane, and Alessandra are gonna be pushing the turret. Gonna be clearing this bot lane out.
Yeah, get the turret backed up. Here comes Kiana, she's on the way.
And looks
like as well.
And hey, look, if we're focusing on it, Alexandria is gonna get Otacon here. Demigod gonna be able to heal, gonna have to face this Kiana.
He'll flash out of the Kiana ult. Ult came out, but wow, those are some low characters right there.
Yeah, and if you look at it, Otacon left Mundo very, very low, and they're Alexandria gonna be able to back and reset. And they're not gonna be worried about dying here. Yeah, and once again, I think at this moment in time, it's just a difference in vision. There's so much red vision on the map that hasn't been cleared out. Yeah, we're gonna go into a minute 20 item check here, and Jermaine, do you see anything that looks exceptionally insane here?
I like the stride breaker on the Warwick. That'll keep the the Alexandria people from running away. That's his item right there in the front, the light blue. Yep. And then also, just the Bramble Vest from Ornn. Mundo, he heals.
Yeah, he has a
no other really healing items on anyone else yet, but Togma will get there.
Yeah, but look, the Mundo gonna just dive onto Kaiju. And this is gonna be a rough one to fight out unless he knocks him up in the air, gets a little bit more damage. Never mind, the Amumu gonna come in for the gank into the top lane, and it looks like Kaiju might fall here.
And not a ton of damage on Kaiju's side yet.
Yeah, I feel like he just had to continue to build to like try to negate this Mundo. This extra shield is just gonna be really annoying to deal with. And here it is, Reaper gonna get caught unsuspectingly. They're gonna pull the Amumu away under turret. They might be able to guarantee Amumu's death. Never mind, he runs away, gets away safely. Mundo taking a crap ton of turret damage for his team. And he's also able to escape.
Albertus, great job making that alive. They had to use a ton of summoners and ults and things, but they get out of there alive. They can, come back and stop this push. If they had gone down there, this push would have continued probably past the tower. And honestly, might still. This Dogma is pretty strong.
Yeah, but then once again, remember they still just have Guardian Angel on. So this, even if they die, it will just count as a full reset here.
Yeah, and that gold lead is just increasing right now. This push coming out from Alexandria is super strong right now.
It definitely is. Alexandria going to be very much ahead on the objective side, and the Ornal going to come through. It does not hit, unfortunately. And Reaper going to chase this down and going to get rid of Amumu.
They'll send him back to base, and that's Otacon gone for the Amumu.
Yeah, but if you look at it, Alexandria is just going to keep grouping and taking away turrets. They're just making sure the objective game goes their way. They're only up by 4 kills, which can definitely get switched. Kaiju going to get caught unsuspectedly on a 4v1. The rest of AMC is here, but can they counter?
That's a huge Lissandro. That's going to do a ton of damage.
And so much is happening on the screen. AMC gonna kind of stalemate this. Mental
Yeah,
Jet
off to
gonna.
your right. Vayne hunted down the Kog'Maw, knocks him down, and this is just gonna be a
And
weep for
there
Bird.
it is. AMC gonna get a full 5 wipe here. I think it's time you start pushing your objectives and making moves.
Yeah, that wave looks like it'll crash that tower down, and let's see if AMC can win this 3v1 against Amumu once he comes to this dragon. It'll be dangerous. Demigod's on low health.
Yeah, but I feel like with Elf George here, you should definitely have more than enough health to handle this.
Here he comes. He could just hit this smite though, and that's the issue.
And that's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna be able to steal it with the smite, but he's gonna fall in the process.
He'll get 2 and nearly 3 though. That was a huge play there for Hollow Pello 44444.
Yep, stating his full government gamer tag. Insane. Yeah, but on the side of AMC, as you can see, the mid turret is very, very low. It can definitely be taken if a full push goes through. If not, I feel like they should just group up and push out one lane. I know you're a bit down and you need a little bit more health, more items, more gold, but I feel like you could get that if you just push out one lane entirely.
Yeah, honestly, that probably would have been the better play right there with Reaper down.
Yeah, and here it goes. They're gonna just clear out the jungle.
That Kiana tried to take a fight there with Kaiju in the mid lane and nearly took a death by 1,000 paper cuts. She was just attacking and losing more health and doing damage to Kaiju.
Well, I'm gonna point it out here. There's 5 AMC members near this pit, and it looks like we're gonna have a big team fight. Demigod gonna try to heal back.
Demigod.
And he's unfortunately gonna fall to the Mundo, and now it's an even 4v4. This might not be a fight you want to take anymore.
Yeah, Reaper actually using ult to get out of there too. They're just going to take this time to push the waves out while Alexandria gets his Baron. Try and negate the damage that they'll do after getting the monster.
Yeah, and now Baron gonna fall, and AMC gonna have to readjust his gameplay. Demigod is still down for 20 seconds. So much can happen here. Once again, I feel like you just push out waves push out lanes like they're doing right now. AMC just gonna go from lane to lane and start pushing out stuff.
Yeah, look at Vayne in the top lane though. That's something that Alexandria's got to be careful. They'll all reset. Except for the Mumu? They'll all take a reset here.
Yeah, they'll all take a reset here, but I definitely think this is gonna be good for AMC as they're gonna be able to just keep pushing lanes and only gonna have to deal with Amumu. Amumu's gonna be the one that face checks them while he still has mana.
And it'll be... I think now is around the time, if I'm Albertus, you know, there's not much to do on the map anymore. There's no objectives up. You know, you've got your lanes pushed out. This is where you've got to take time to clear wards. Look at your blue side, top side.
That is very,
They've
very
got
true.
Alexandria's got full vision. They'd know where you are if you were up there. They know you're not up there.
Yeah, and look, Ornn is gonna be here in the bot lane. The Mundo's already gonna know that. He's gonna start rotating down, and these rotations for AMC are just not gonna be good enough as the wards are just in great positions. Demigod gonna ward right over the enemy wards, and the full push mid. This might be a dive.
Alexandria pings, they saw him because they have those wards there. Telling the Kog'Maw to be careful.
Yeah, but hey, if you look all the way on the far left, Alexandria is also gonna be having this Guyana just push lanes.
Uh-oh.
And
I'd
here
be
it is.
kinda caught up
Guyana
here.
is going to be able to possibly catch Living Kaiju off guard. He's going to crash right back into his base, try to get safety, but it's not going to be enough.
That was
Kiana,
almost wicked.
and Kaiju does live. The Kiana going to fall to the turret damage.
Madeline getting a little too greedy there.
Yeah, Mundo going to ping that his Amumu is alive, so they're going to try to react off of this Amumu push in the mid lane. And genuinely, the momentum might shift if Blitz gets a pull here.
This tower might go down though. They've got Baron buff minions. They don't even have to get close. Oh, that's pretty smart though. That'll get the wave gun. I don't know if he did it intentionally, but...
I mean, hey, taking away that cannon is going to guarantee that your turret stays up for at least a couple more seconds. And hey, Alexandria is going to be on it. They're going to start pinging that Drake is going to spawn in a minute here. And the Ornn comes through. And he's gonna hit the Amumu with it, but
no, the Amumu stuns him, so he's not able to recast. That's a huge point in this fight, but so is that pull. Demigod looking to get all this damage on him. He'll knock down the Kog'Maw. Kiana also come out, but down goes Amumu. Warwick gets traded. Kiana chasing down Lissandra. She'll go down. It's a 2v2. Bane and Blitzcrank against the Leona and the Dr. Mundo. Down goes Leona, and it's a 2v1. Mundo resets, and he will accept his defeat here. That's an Albertus team fight win in a seriously crunch time moment.
Yeah, I'm also gonna say it that Mundo definitely needed to run away. If he saw Elf George was putting the hurts on him immediately.
Yeah.
But also to point out, it was also a triple kill for Elf George. Getting guaranteed 3 of them.
What is he at right now?
If we look at the stat sheet so far, he's currently sitting at a 10-3 on the Vayne.
Unbelievable.
I mean, hey, when you pick Vayne, you're expecting there to be a lot of damage and kills. And hey, if AMC is fast enough here, they're only going to have to deal with this Kog'Maw as the beginning pressure. As they're going to... Dragon is still up. Mundo sitting in base. Mundo kind of just emoting in base. He's going to let his team like handle the forward approach as they go to check Dragon, see that it's still up. And here it is. They're going to start hitting Dragon. Reaper playing very close, but does he have Smite to steal this if he needs to? Tries to ult in. And he's not able to ult in and get it. He's going to fall for this. Kaiju going to hit a full crash, but he's also going to fall.
Honestly, that's not worth it for Kaiju to fall there. He should have just let Reaper try and go in there and try and steal that Dragon. Nobody else on Albertus was close by, and that was a dangerous push. They've got no towers here in the mid and bot lane.
Yeah, it is also almost pretty much an 8k gold difference, and if we really think about it, it's still only a 4 kill difference.
Yeah.
Oh my, Demigod gonna get caught off guard by the Kiana. He's gonna be able to back into base, but here comes the full dive for Alexandria.
That ult honestly didn't do as much damage probably as Madeline wanted it to do.
The full dive comes in, they're gonna be able to get the stun.
They'll knock down the Kog'Maw. That's a huge point in any of the fights that Albertus has won so far. They'll get a Mumu too. And it looks like Leona's gonna follow suit too.
There it is. That's a 3
Crank
dead.
on the hunt.
And the pull on the
Mundo.
Mundo. The Orno comes in. That's gonna be another 4 dead. Insane gameplay.
4 for 4 from Wendy's. Whoa. Yeah, this Madeline didn't get as far as she likely wanted. She's getting hunted down by Albertus right now. They are hunting.
Yeah, this Kiana gonna just have to keep running away. This is not something you want to fight, obviously, alone. You're gonna have to wait these 10 seconds for your team.
If I'm Albertus, though, I'm honestly knocking this tower and I'm getting back because you need your Lissandra to go in there and try and get that Kog'Maw down. Kog'Maw has been the difference maker on the side of Alexandria in these team fights, and Demigod is doing an excellent job at just focusing Lathan and just neutralizing him.
That is very, very true, but they're gonna use this time to take Baron.
This looks like it'll be a pretty even fight. The only thing that's down is Kaiju and Mental Gen is half health. Demigod's pretty far away. This Baron's at half health. Will they get there in time? This is gonna be a cone hit. This is gonna be a big fight. Nope. Never mind. Only one person goes in as Albertus gets the Baron, and looks like they're gonna chase him down, but most of Albertus will get away. Kaiju's looking like he'll be the exception.
I will be honest, I feel like in that situation, Kaiju taking the hit for his team is possibly the best thing because he has enough health to like hold them off for a while, and now they get a full reset. Lissandra is sitting in mid.
Agreed, but this is gonna be a scary fight. Honestly, I don't know if Albertus can fight here without Kaiju. They've got to wait 30 seconds. They've got to do whatever they can to push this wave back, and you know, Kaiju, look at him. He's pinging in the chat right now. This team needs him. They got no other tank.
Yeah, even with, I mean, personally, I think even without Kaiju, they still have 3 ults on their side. As much as Alexandria has 4, that Demigod ult is definitely gonna be the momentum switch here.
Yeah, and Demigod, you know where Demigod's looking to get with his ult. Kog'Maw playing way far in the back now, as Demigod will have to traverse through a Mumu Demigod. Will he be able to do it?
Ultimately, if Mental Gen is able to get the pull on anybody but Mundo in that situation, it would be
Or
a
Leona.
great. Yeah, or Leona. It would be a great situation to be in. And it looks like we're going to see a 5-man dive out of AMC. They're just going to push down the mid lane. They're going to start
Mundo's gonna
clearing
back
out.
up. Mundo's backing here. What can Albertus do? Can they capitalize? No, Kiana's gonna back up too.
Yeah, I feel like if a lot of Alexandria's players decide to full on back, you might as well just take this time to clear the wards.
Agreed. Clear the wards, or even go and get some extra towers. Top tower, but maybe only your players with teleport. So demigod or kaiju should go up.
Yeah, that is very true. If one of them goes up, pushes the wave, they're able to get more gold, more XP. They might be able to even out some of the fights a little bit more. Kaiju could definitely try to even out his level against this Mundo. Yeah, thanks to Reaper in the chat, we're going to be able to see the ping that the next objective is going to be Dragon, and we have a minute 40 as we wait for that to spawn in. Honestly, I feel like getting all these extra objectives is going to be very, very helpful, especially when the gold lead is now only a 3k deficit.
Yeah. Again, even when Albertus was in the lead, this game seemed close, and now Alexandria is in the lead, and it's still close.
Alright. It looks like we're kind of going to get into the stalemate position. AMC just going to have to stick to the defense. They're going to have to make sure none of these waves get pushed all the way through. But AMC completely unaware. Alexandria knows all the information about where they're going. So many words are still down. And a lot of knowledge is still flowing through the map.
And one player, I think, yeah, Kog'Maw resets over there for Alexandria. Ornn will reset here for Albertus, but he'll TP right in. And this could be scary if Albertus decides to take this fight and Kiana teleports into mid. She has a wave and an open inhib. Now Albertus will hop out the bush, and here comes the attack! This is the fight!
Yep, this is going to be it. The winner of this. But those Amumu stuns are just hitting a bit too hard. Kog'Maw playing the good distance away. Gonna be able to survive this. And there it is. That
looking to kite his way through, but he's here 1-on-4. Mundo cashing his checks. He'll run away. Elf George has got to get back into the base. The next closest person to being alive is AMC Reaper 21. He's got 30 seconds before he's back alive. And like I said before, Alexandria's got this wave, and they've just got an inhib and 2 towers in the way.
Yeah, and at this point, it might be a close to game-ending situation. AMC gonna start pinging that the objective is still there. They're not, Alexandria not near the objective anymore. They must be in their base. And here it is. We're gonna see a full team push out of Alexandria as they get the turret. And they're gonna get another turret here.
Yeah, George just trying to do whatever he can to keep his alive, but
yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be enough here. Mental Gen was going for a pull to try to pull him into the spawn, but the minion's gonna get it done for Alexandria.
Yeah, well-timed team fights at the end of the game wins that for Alexandria. Long game, 37 minutes. These teams, they just continue to put on classics.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But here we go. We're gonna start looking at the score at the table here at their stats, and where do we think they fell off, Jermaine? I have no idea of what went wrong here. I felt like they were still playing a good game. I think it's just a difference maker in the 2 stuns on Amumu and the Mundo.
Yeah, honestly, looking through, I think it might be a little bit of an item difference on the supports as well. Blitzcrank, he only was able to finish 3 items in his boots, whereas Leona actually she only finished 2 items in her boots. She got some upgraded boots.
Yeah, otherwise, it was still a hard fought game. There was
Yeah.
a sliver of hope there I saw for AMC. They almost had a chance to bring everything back.
Yeah,
Um,
Demigod doing a great job in the team fights, isolating the Kog'Maw. That's what you like to see from your mages, your mid laners. But if you see right there in Kog'Maw's items, he bought a Quicksilver Sash at the end, and that basically just neutralizes any stuns that are put on you. And a smart purchase there. That's a huge buy.
Definitely is a huge buy, and that kind of allowed him to be pretty much the second highest in damage in the entire lobby. Put him at 47,000. And honestly, I feel like the biggest change that AMC had to work on is being ready for a character like Mundo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Mundo
again,
is.
we saw. Sorry, we saw when Reaper was going up to help Kaiju in the top lane. They were successful whenever he went up. They would either get the elimination on Mundo or they would back up. So maybe some more of that as well.
Yeah, and to the people in the chat, please keep the conversations polite and positive. We are trying to be even to both teams, and we're being very respectful here. So, but otherwise, it was still a good game. Fall from both teams. It was a 37-minute match. We had pretty much multiple 30-minute games all day today. So, hey, we're pretty much going the distance as much as you possibly can for something like this, especially with two good teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really cool to see actually nearly almost two people on Alexandria reach 50k damage. And Elf George, he had himself a hell of a series. He he just went off in all three games. He'll definitely be the player to watch next game.
In my personal opinion, I genuinely think he's the person to watch every game,
Mm,
and he's just proving us it doesn't matter what champ he's on. He's gonna make sure it's well known. Um, a lot of momentum shift has definitely happened. Um, AMC unfortunately is gonna fall this series 2-1 to Alexandria, so GG's to Alexandria, and we'll be here next week where they will be facing Cincinnati.
yep. They'll face off against the Bearcats in a barn burner. You do not want to miss it.
You definitely don't. Big school #1 in their trio of three this season. I hope you guys are ready. Don't forget that this Thursday we do have both COD teams playing. We have AMC Blue playing Western, and then we have AMC White playing. I forgot who they're playing. Let me pull it up real quick for everyone.
They're pulling Southern Arkansas.
They are playing Southern Arkansas. So yeah, don't forget to come out for Thursday for the COD matches, and we'll see you guys then.
Yeah, for both me, Jermaine, and my partner Brandon, we hope you have a good night and don't get stuck in the snow tonight, please.
Yep. Be safe out there, everyone, and